Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are the Xonebros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community. Welcome to another week. It's podcast number 254, and it's been a glorious week.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yep.
A very glorious week.
Yes, it's been good.
Yep.
It's been good.
As always, I'm joined by the bros, the X1Bros.
Yeah.
First, it's Mr. McSpicy.
Yep.
Howdy.
Yep.
There he is. Jordan saying, yep.
Yep.
Like, what is, isn't there like a yep.
Oh,
seagulls? The seagulls?
no. Storage Wars. Remember that guy? He was all, yep.
Oh,
Think
yeah,
you
when
ever
they
see
bid
that?
when
Yeah.
they bid on it. I know what
Yeah.
you
Barry? You remember
yeah.
Barry?
Yeah, so
Yep,
you
yep,
got to
yep,
put
yep,
your
yep.
pop, you got to
Uh-huh.
put a pop filter on, man.
Yeah, you can borrow mine.
Okay, thanks.
You could just hear like
What a moron.
I could just hear breathing. There we go. Jordan does stuff and then forgets to do other stuff that makes stuff work. If that makes sense.
Hey, actually, I can relate to that. I can relate to that, yeah.
It's been a good week. It's been a big week. There was some big big reveals at PAX East this week. So that's fantastic. Namely, Gearbox had its panel and
Did
Borderlands.
you watch the panel?
I didn't watch
Borderlands. Did you watch the
No,
panel?
I didn't watch the panel, but I heard
There was a magic show.
I heard.
Wait, there's a magic
I heard
show?
there was technical difficulties all over the
And
place.
a magic show.
Yeah. What was the magic show?
I forget his name. I feel.
Wait, was that
he's like the head guy.
Was it
over,
was it because of technical difficulties?
No,
The
he
magic.
just-
The
no.
magic
You're
was
like,
that.
I know a guy that can last about 15 minutes on stage.
Hey, we have magician
Randy,
Bob.
that's what it is. Randy Pitchford. He's high up at Gearbox, right?
Oh,
I
and
don't
he's
know
also
if-
a
I don't-
magician?
Well, so what it is?
I just want to know about the magician, Jordan. Just
I
get to that
think
part.
no. I think his passion is like magic. Like that's his hobby. So when he got this panel, I think he went, "Hey, I got a large audience. I'm just going to do a magic show in the middle of this."
Yeah.
And he literally did a magic show in the middle of.
That's
the
pretty
show.
good. Are
Yeah.
you feeling okay?
And I think my seat just broke.
Oh no, it's right. It's right.
No, like my seat legitimately. I'm fat. Thanks.
You're okay. You
My
keep
seat
the show going. I'll get you
My
another
seat
chair.
It really
legitimately broke.
Here, let me
Like
tell
I
you
just
guys.
I'm sitting there and it just starts sinking, and I just hear these sounds, and I look back.
Go get you a chair.
I look back. We have a live studio audience today. Barbara Blake is sitting, hanging out on the couch behind
Oh,
us.
man,
I look
that
back
is-
and he's just like looking at me like you
You guys,
fatso.
you guys ever see that movie Shallow Hal?
It's like you broke the well.
Yeah, what the heck, man? I'm not that fat. Am I that fat?
That was a certified weld.
Oh man. Oh.
Hey, no, you guys ever see Shallow Hal, where she like bends the chair?
Do you know what's so
That's
funny?
that's what I thought of.
Do you know what's so funny about this? We just before the show we do like a pre-show, and we were talking about where we got these chairs, and these were my wife's grandma's. So
Yeah.
you legitimately broke a family heirloom.
I broke an heirloom. Dang it. Dude, I'm not
Oh,
that.
that's
Am I that
funny.
fat? Come on, man.
It's muscle.
Yeah, that's muscle. That muscle that broke that
Muscle
chair.
weighs more.
It just starts
So-
sinking.
Anyway, hey, about this magic show.
Yo, yeah. Tell me about the magic
So
show.
what he did is he invited two people from the audience.
Okay.
right? And he was wearing like a sparkly jacket too. Like it was
Okay.
a legit magic show. And he had sorry, that was my hand.
Yeah.
And he had two people from the audience come up.
Sure.
One of them picked a card and signed it, and then he shuffled it, and the other lady like counted 48 cards, and it was the card that he signed. It was
Oh, he's
it was
that
very,
good.
It was
He's
very
good.
magical. Yeah, it was really cool. But then they showed the trailer for Borderlands.
Borderlands 3.
Yes,
And so
and there was should we talk about the technical difficulties?
yeah, go ahead.
So there basically the trailer didn't play very well. And there was some people, I was watching some comments, there were some people that were like, yeah, it was kind of like he got mad at the PAX people, how dare he? And it's like, well, I would have been pretty mad too. And he didn't really get mad. Like,
Oh yeah, because
you
of
can
what?
tell he was
So,
frustrated. You
was
can tell
it because of internet or what was it?
No, it was it was something wrong, right? Like
With the video,
with the
like the screen.
Yeah, the tech guys that were working for PAX were doing it, and something went wrong. So
Oh yeah, you need it,
But-
especially at a big unveiling.
well, and
You need
that
a
and that's
professional,
why
right?
that's why it was frustrating, right? But I don't think he was like mad at them. I get being frustrated. I mean, it's your big reveal.
No, yeah.
But anyway, it was a big reveal.
So, Borderlands 3, Jordan, you had a chance to watch the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, head over just on YouTube, search Borderlands 3. The trailer's there. Now, we're big fans of the first and second Borderlands. We love
And
them.
2.5.
And 2.5.
The pre-sequel.
The pre-sequel. I actually never played the pre-sequel myself.
Neither have I. I was actually
Well,
chatting.
then how can we be fans of it?
Well, because it's Borderlands. It's good, right?
Okay, so let's start there then. Instead of starting Borderlands 3, let's
Yeah.
start with Borderlands Remastered, because that's coming.
no, that's actually what I just pulled up right here.
And that has everything in it.
So it's basically was it going to be added to the Handsome Collection? You know Borderlands, the Handsome Collection that you can get right now on
Yeah.
on Xbox One.
Yeah, if you already own, if you already
it's
own
a free
it, you
update.
will get this free update. Yes.
So for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel adds 4K graphics
boom, baby.
to the Handsome Collection, which we just talked about.
Yeah.
So that'll be a free update for everybody. And I don't know, man. Borderlands in 4K.
Borderlands in 4K.
Can't
It
beat it.
looks a lot smoother. They're also changing. They're doing some quality of life stuff as well. So they're changing. They're adding 4 specific guns that you can get. They're adding a mini map so you can like actually pull up the map.
So in a
which
game
is
that
super
has
useful.
billions of guns, they decided, well, let's add 4 more.
4 specific collectors ones that you have to like do certain
Yeah.
specific stuff to go get.
Now, I do think, let's just kind of changing gears to Borderlands 3. You remember how we talked about, like, they should
Changing
just,
gears. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Gearbox.
Very
So,
good,
remember how
David.
we talked about the other week, how we don't want Borderlands to, like, go Destiny's route and stuff
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, just kind of do their own things.
Yeah.
Do you? I think this is actually not a bad idea. Do you think they'll add? So they have over 1 billion guns in the game, right? That's
Yeah.
like the appeal to the game. Do you think they'll add specific, like like how Destiny has like named weapons? You know what I mean? Do you think they'll add specific
For sure,
weapons
yeah,
that
for
you
sure.
can grind for?
We just found out about.
in addition to the they're adding 4 to the previous game, right? For as a remastered, right?
I got
Before
you.
Oh
you
yeah,
updated
no,
it.
I definitely do because it's it's going to be a huge focus on Vault Hunters. They made a big deal. Become a Vault Hunter. Here, hunt more.
Children of
do
the
more
Vault.
vaults. Children of the Vault. Yeah. So I definitely think we're
I
getting
think that's
that.
actually going to be like a bad cult.
Yeah. Anyways, before we move on to Borderlands 3, though, Jordan, I want to stay on I want to stay on the remastered edition.
Sorry.
Will you play it? That's what I want to know. Are you going to play the remastered Borderlands?
Well, I already have it, and
Yeah.
I played it, yeah.
McSpicy, does this appeal to you? So whenever a company, obviously they're releasing this is coming out April 6th. Obviously they're doing it in preparation for Borderlands 3 to
Yeah,
get
to get the
everybody
hype up.
hyped,
Yep,
hyped
yep, yep.
for it.
Yep,
Does
yep,
that
yep, yep.
work?
4K?
In your mind, does it work? Are you going to jump in, McSpicy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that game's been
I like fun games. I mean, I'll play fun
and
games.
that game's been gone long enough that I think it's time to replay it. You know what I mean?
And like we said, it's free if you already own the Handsome Collection.
Yeah,
right?
if you already
So
own the games, it's a free update.
I
to
actually
4K.
reinstalled it on my box.
Boom, there you go. Very nice. Very nice.
So yeah, I'll be playing it. I gotta finish Sekiro, but I will be playing it.
So I remember early on in the Xbox generation, there was discussion on this discussion happening on the internet and amongst gamers that are there too many remastered? Are these gonna? Is this gonna be the future going forward? Just
Well, is
remastered after remastered.
Is this really a remaster? It's more of an update to a already remastered game. You know what I mean?
I think it could be considered a remastered. Yes, absolutely. But I do think that this is done correctly, and I don't think. Do you think that we've gone down the wrong road of the remastered path? Like, has there been? You're getting Assassin's Creed remastered, right? You're getting the Assassin's
this
Creed
week.
collection. The Halo Master Chief, I think, is the best. Is one of the best ones that has been done yet. Like bang for your buck value.
Yeah.
And now you have this.
Borderlands.
This Borderlands one, yeah. Is this? I think this is right. I enjoy them. I think they're so far. I think they're done right. McSpicy, what are your thoughts? Remastered, for it, against it, as a concept overall.
Oh, I'm totally fine with it. For one thing, it introduces a very fun game. It's not being remastered because it sucks. It's being remastered because it's a good game.
Yeah.
And it'll allow people to go, oh, I haven't played that. Now's the time I can jump in to get ready for the next game, right? So I think it's a perfect time for people that may have missed the series to jump in. I think that's totally great. There's nothing wrong with a remaster.
No, I agree. I know,
and you don't have to play it. You don't have to buy it.
Yeah, no, it's just an option, and it's that. And if you're a super fan, then go and get it and experience it with updated graphics, updated speed, some UI stuff. I think I'm all for remasters. I think they're some of the biggest values in gaming right now. I mean, the Halo Master Chief collection, the Assassin's Creed collection. This, I think I think they're incredibly good value too. So I like it. I continue on, guys. Continue on, developers, with the remastered mode.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that. I like playing.
So Borderlands 3. Let's start with McSpicy, since Jordan and I have been talking. McSpicy had to go get my chair because I'm fat.
That was funny. You did. You kept sinking.
And I was like, what? What? And then I tried to sit up. And then
That was pretty. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
it happened live around the world. Like, literally, there are people in Australia, there are people across the United States and in South America
That saw how fat
just
you
saw
were.
how fat I am. That I broke a chair.
That's pretty funny. What's the question about Borderlands 3? About
Borderlands
the
3, the trailer. Thoughts? Last week especially, we discussed our fear if they go the Destiny route. Is that a thing? But this week
Wait, what was my fear again?
that they go online. They say, "Look at this open world, always online, connected."
Oh
Here's
yeah,
a
and
hub,
I wanted
Destiny.
I wanted a hardcore 4-player co-op game.
Yeah, we want Borderlands.
They did
the
make
Borderlands experience.
They did make a battle royale joke.
Oh, what was their joke? I don't remember.
When they were about to give the trailer, they were like, "What do you guys think of a battle royale mode?" And the crowd was like, like just kidding."
Psych.
Hey, that's funny.
The crowd went quiet. So Borderlands 3 trailer, what stood out to you, McSpicy?
Oh, it looked great. Oh, there's a lot of things that look great. One of the things, I'll start with the smaller things first.
Sure.
I love. You know what? I'm gonna play this so people can.
Well, it's just a trailer.
Yeah. Well, I'm still gonna put it on so we.
Oh,
be
sorry. I
like
thought you were putting on
talking
elevator music like a spoiler.
No. I'm putting it on
Oh,
so
boom, I
people,
like
live
that.
people can watch the video while
There we
we're
go.
doing this. Right. There is a car that I saw that.
Wait, which one?
The one with the wheels, the blue wheels that are like sideways. That
I thought you were
float.
talking
Yeah.
about the chomping one.
Oh yeah, that was.
I
cool.
like the giant one big tire with the guns
With the
hanging
guns
out
on
the
the
side.
side.
Oh.
So there's a lot of cool vehicles that obviously you can get in this game, but the one that had the sideway wheels, like like the Back to the Future car, sort of in a way, and it was like floating. It reminded me of the Matrix. Their ships that they float around underground.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
Matrix
Yeah,
Reloaded.
yeah, yeah.
Like the Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes.
Ah,
you know
the
what?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Exactly like the Nebuchadnezzar.
Jordan, you are on point,
Yeah,
man.
wow.
You know why? You know why? I gave him drugs before the
He
show.
He did.
Look at this guy.
It opens my
It
mind.
opens his mind and
Yeah.
expands it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, so we'll see it on this trailer that we're watching right now. But I that car looks super awesome. That car looks super awesome. I really like how they're showing off 4 people having a
Good time.
good time.
Yeah.
There are 4 players all throughout. It shows it several times all throughout this trailer. I'm super excited. And wasn't her name? Was that Lilith? I believe that was
Oh yeah,
Lilith.
there was a lot
She
of
was a
lot of
siren.
returners.
That car right there.
I
Did
like
you see
that. I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's almost a hovercraft, but it's not.
It's like an in-between hovercraft.
Yeah, I like it.
I want that car.
There's mine. There's mine right there.
Yeah, that's the big the tire gun. Anyway, so what I got out of this trailer is how fun it looks like it's going to be.
Amen.
Right?
Amen,
and
brother.
they mentioned 4 billion guns. Was it 4 billion?
I think it was
Or no,
1 billion.
1 billion guns. Before it was like
They had,
2.4 million.
they had to dial it back.
They had to dial back. They
They
can only
wanted
do,
some other features.
They
in
can only
there.
do one billion.
I really like the first Borderlands was
Awesome.
It had attitude.
yes.
Dude, this was my favorite part right here. The bad guys that they are clearly the bad guys. They're just walking down.
The dinosaur. Yeah, there's a dinosaur with flames.
Yeah, it's just so McSpicy. Overall, you're hyped for it. You think that at least for now, just with the trailer that's been shown, and obviously we're going to get more as it comes. You think that it is what you want Borderlands to be?
Oh yeah, it looks so good.
It's
So my
definitely got that
concerns,
feel.
yeah, my concerns, that you reminded me of were that it was always online, that you had all this stuff. No, I want a hardcore co-op game, and it looks like this is absolutely going to give that to me. I like those other games. For example, I like Destiny, but at the same time, well, not but. What's interesting about Borderlands is you probably wouldn't have Destiny as you have it today without Borderlands.
Yeah.
Destiny is very influenced by this game.
Most definitely. From the hit numbers showing up, that's very Borderlands-ish, to the guns, to the multiplayer, everything.
Yeah. So a nod to how awesome Borderlands was originally. I hope that it's a Borderlands game, and it sounds like they are making a Borderlands game, not anything else.
Yeah,
well, and it looks really good. I love a good bad guy, and they showed a couple of bad guys in that trailer. That
The brother sister.
yeah,
At least I hope they're brother sister.
yeah.
I think they're brother sister.
Yeah, because they look cool.
They look cool. If not, they're lovers.
I noticed. If not,
Have we ever
if
fought
anything, we
lovers?
know they're lovers.
Have we ever fought lovers?
Have we ever fought lovers? Absolutely, we have.
Well, where?
Where?
When?
Yeah.
I'm sure in Dark Souls I fought them. I'm sure everyone, any bad guy that was 2 people or more, I'm sure we're lovers.
Hey, can we keep that trailer going for
yeah, sure.
restart for people on the stream? Jordan, so we know in this reveal trailer that we're actually not just stuck on the world of Pandora. We're going to
multiple
explore
worlds.
multiple worlds. It says explore multiple worlds in the trailer. What are your thoughts on that? Being able to go to different planets, different places.
Well,
Do you
whether
like
I
that?
mean whether they're I mean I don't know if they're like if it's just different parts of Pandora or if they are other planets, right? I mean that's who I mean we've already gone to Pandora's moon,
yeah,
right?
That's
the
true.
pre-sequel, right?
This is true.
So no, I think it's super cool. I mean they had a big neon
Sorry, I'm laughing. Barbara Blake posted in chat, which is funny because he's right behind me. But there were lovers in Red Dead, and they were brother and sister.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, the big guy.
That was a hilarious.
Yeah,
that is funny.
Lover duo. That was funny.
True.
Yeah, that was funny.
Sorry, Jordan, the worlds. So you,
so you got this big Neon City world that actually reminded me a lot of Crackdown.
Yeah,
when I saw it.
There you go.
And then you got, of course, like your typical desert.
There's
theme,
Pandora,
yeah. And then you got your like swampy biome, which I thought
that
was
looked
pretty
cool.
Anyway,
because Pandora is very deserty.
The places we've been,
yeah.
Right? I mean,
have we
been to the whole planet? I don't know. I don't think we have.
Yeah, maybe not. No, but it says in the trailer, explore
other
worlds.
Yeah.
So it's going to be different.
It's going to be
that
interesting.
But you like that?
No, I do. I like that a lot. So, and I am excited for, and I don't usually say this because like the base game's not out. Sure. I'm excited for post-content Borderlands because Borderlands 1 and 2, I believe, have some of the best DLCs out there.
Oh yeah. No, and it comes everything with the remastered.
Yeah,
everything comes.
Yeah.
Something that really stood out to me, just to wrap this up, that I enjoyed. Well, was there anything that gives you pause? The two of you, anything at all?
Well,
that you're still worried about? I mean, granted, this trailer didn't show that much. It really just whet our palates.
Yeah, it's a reveal trailer, right? It's cool.
But anything
cool.
that you're, I
think it showed a lot. I think it showed a lot of stuff.
I think it showed
the bad guy has like a robot arm. Did you notice that?
Oh, he looks like a robot. Like when he walks, and his
cool
neck
style.
up looks like a robot. See, I think where this dinosaur is, this is a different world.
I think he's a male siren.
Rumor on the street is both of them are sirens.
Well, because he had the glowing thing on his face and neck, and I think he's a siren.
Maybe he's a
psionic.
Yeah,
whatever that is in this lore.
Yeah.
So I think a part of the lore, right? I think he's a siren. And what's interesting is this is like conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah.
Lilith didn't have her markings anymore, so I think they stole her power. That's my theory.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because she doesn't have her siren markings, right? And he did.
That is a cool theory. Do you think the bad guys are in any way a relation or a distant relative to Handsome Jack?
There's a good
Handsome
chance.
Jack is one of the best bad guys.
He's great.
Yeah, he really is.
He's awesome.
He's
also, Brick has a saxophone.
Brick does have a saxophone.
They specifically mentioned that in the trailer.
Yeah, they show it off.
Yeah.
He's there playing with a saxophone all day. One thing that really stuck out to me that we haven't hit on yet is there's a couple scenes where they show the psychos. And psychos are like psychos are like your base bad guy in Borderlands. If you've not played Borderlands, they are like your common bad guy.
They're your
right?
Murloc.
They're your
Borderlands
Murloc, if you will. Yeah. They're your Murloc of the Borderlands. And what they show of the psychos, they seem more
put
deadly.
Together?
Yeah, they seem like they've got it together this go around. No,
someone came in and grouped them all and led them, and
they just seem more dangerous. Like they just made them look aggressive. And granted, I know that they're controlling it, but I think that would be great if this is a more like with technology advances. If the psychos are smarter, like Division, they like move around you. They make it more difficult for you. And something that would be cool too if they make it more difficult for you as you team up with your friends. So like it's one level with just me, Jordan and Mark hop in, boom. Now it's the psychos go crazy, right? The psychos go psycho.
Oh, and imagine the midget psychos.
Oh, the midgets.
Those guys are scary.
I forgot about those guys.
Yeah. The axe dudes that run at you.
They run at you all crazy.
And sometimes they jump on
They're
the
like
other
the kamikaze
shoulders.
psychos.
Yeah. They're the suicide grunts.
The suicide grunts. That's exactly what they are. So overall, super excited. Again, if you've not yet seen the trailer, head over to YouTube and check it out.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead. Let's close this out.
I have to get out, and I want the world to know that I 100% disagree with Polygon.
Oh, Polygon said it sucked?
Yeah, basically.
I saw Polygon and the other one. Interesting, the two that like I don't really pay attention to. I forget the other one, but I just saw a news article today.
But I want the people out there
disappointed with.
I want the people out there to know that
Polygon's wrong.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks fun. That was the idea of the trailer. That was a midget psycho that was just on the trailer right there.
So we know that he's in the game. There we go.
So, but no, because they complained about it feels like Borderlands 2. It didn't show. It showed off new worlds. It showed off new characters. I mean, it's
okay. If it feels like Borderlands,
there's a billion guns.
Okay, if it feels like Borderlands 2. but it's just updated for brand new systems, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I want it.
And
That's like saying Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't like the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. It felt too like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. Well, and then there was another.
That's the point.
And I skimmed through it, right? But they also talked about how it didn't really show off any of the newer gameplay features. And I was just thinking, like, well, it's a first-person shooter, so... I mean,
Yeah,
it's
again,
not that,
it was
right?
a
Like,
reveal
I know
trailer.
It's a reveal, like, it's...
And maybe that was their point, that the reveal
No, it was pretty,
was
like, they were,
disappointing
like...
for them.
I don't know.
Also, remember, it's probably a clickbait headline.
No, it was.
No,
That's
the
why
whole-
I clicked it.
That's 100%.
That's why you clicked it, because you were like, "There, you're wrong. I'm clicking on you. Let me show you how wrong you are." Click.
GameSpot, by the way, GameSpot, who I do like a lot of their stories, right? They also had a clickbait because their title was like, "Did Borderlands reveal suck?" Or but it wasn't exactly like that, but it was something similar to that. So I clicked on it, and they basically said, "Hey, it was pretty good."
The clickbait headline that I hate, and YouTube's done a lot better job. YouTube got for a while there was clickbait headline central, right? Like 7 reasons, blah 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 blah. Lists, like lists are no longer a thing. Thank goodness, because lists annoyed me. Everything was becoming a list. But the one that I hate the most is this: the like 5 reasons the Xonebros suck, and 1 big reason they don't. Like, I hate that.
Well, I don't know.
Did we have videos like that?
No. I'm just giving you an example.
I
of
want to
like a
know the
clickbait
big
headline.
reason.
Why did you have to say that
We could go off there.
Okay.
Oh, and Claptrap's back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you see him quite a bit. Clacktrack is awesome and hilarious. There's actually one scene where he's like being lifted away by a spaceship.
Yeah, that
And you're
poor
like, "What?
guy.
You gotta go
He's-
rescue him. We gotta
he's-
rescue him.
He's one of the. He's a funny guy. You know what Borderlands does well? Humor. They
So
really do.
attitude, humor.
Music, they have great music.
Oh yeah, just remember the opening.
Don't they
scene?
always open with Cage the Elephant?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was really good.
Ain't No Rest for the Wicked was the first one, and what was the second one?
I don't know, but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Jordan is on fire. Look at that memory that Jordan's got there.
I
He's
know.
on fire.
Yeah. Get him that vitamin D and he'll go places.
Vitamin D, baby. He loves it.
Hey, any theories on maybe the release date?
I think we're gonna see a lot of this at E3, and I think end of summer. I bet you end of summer or
You
holiday.
think so? I think
End of
holiday.
summer or holiday, yeah.
I think holiday.
I'll go end of summer because holiday you're probably dealing with the Battlefield launch. You're dealing with
Battlefield.
Oh, they go every other year, don't they?
Well, they just go when they're ready.
So you're definitely dealing with the Call of Duty launch,
Well, yeah.
right? You're dealing with what else is there?
But
Anything
I
else
mean,
though?
you got the hype of your Borderlands 3. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. No, I think end of summer. I see end of summer. I bet you like August.
What about like
September?
next month?
Dude, that'd be cool. Well, I mean, we're getting Game of the Year edition April 6th, so
And April 7th, Borderlands 3.
yeah. There you go.
I wish a developer would do that.
So can I follow up?
Do
with,
what?
Just, hey, here's our trailer. By the way, it's coming out next week.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's what Apex did. Well, they actually
No, they didn't even
that.
do a trailer. They did,
said,
oh, here's the
"You know
trailer.
what?
Here's the game.
Here's a game that's going to shake things up because it's so freaking good.
yeah.
Hey, we haven't talked about this, and this is kind of out of left field, but PlayStation had its State of Play this week. Did you guys have a chance to watch that? Because I did.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it was their.
it's their Nintendo Direct, their Xbox,
Yeah,
Inside Xbox.
Yeah.
And I think, so Nintendo Direct was the first one that did it. Xbox, and
Because honestly, it really made sense for Nintendo Direct.
yeah, no, absolutely.
like-
and so this is like the once a month thing here. Nintendo Direct was the first one that did it. Then Xbox jumped in a year ago. How long ago did they jump in?
I think we're on episode like 4 or 5 of Inside Xbox, something like that.
Yeah, they
Probably a year ago.
they jumped in and started doing a monthly Inside Xbox, and they do it different than Nintendo Direct. So Nintendo Direct does everything pre-recorded. A guy will come on and say, sometimes they have a celebrity, right? And they'll say, hey, check out, here's the new Pokemon. Boom. And then they go to Pokemon
The
and show
reason
all the
they do
features.
it pre-recorded is because a lot of their stuff is based in Japan, right?
so they
we
do
get
translations,
translation,
yeah.
which that's why when they started doing videos and stuff at E3, it actually made sense because of there's a lot of translation.
Anyways,
and stuff,
so I enjoy that, and I think Nintendo Direct does a good job.
Well,
then
Nintendo
Xbox, Inside Xbox comes, and they do a very Major Nelson is the host. He's very good at that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what he does, right? They do interviews. They talk about the games coming out, games with gold.
Yeah.
They usually focus on one big game that's releasing. They have interviews with developers, do some inside dives, features, stuff like that. And I really enjoy that model, too. So you have 2 different models here that I really enjoy. Then PlayStation does theirs, and PlayStation's kind of last in the boat here. Now, make no mistake, PlayStation is fantastic. They have a ton of really good. They have the best games of this generation on their console for exclusives. But their state of I don't think they're pushing the envelope forward. I really don't. I think they're in last on this state of play, and I think they're setting themselves up to do one because they're like there'll be a few of these throughout the year at the end of state of play. They're clearly setting it up to
got a big one coming
to be at E3 in 3 months, right? Like or right around E3 they'll release one to talk about something, right? But this one it was bad. It was just bad. Like it just wasn't good. It was pre-recorded. It was all just trailers that I've already seen before. Like there was really nothing new. I could have just watched a playlist.
Yeah.
It was a first in, and I think it's the right move. But I really do say I'm just bringing this up to make this point. I think that Xbox really is pushing the envelope. I think that they're ahead on things. I think they've been after we saw the Google Stadia come out, I think that they are.
Sorry, I call it Google Stacy. So, yeah.
I just really think that streaming is the next step forward. They got in with EA Access early. Now it's rumored EA Access is going to be on other consoles. They got on the Game Pass early. I think that's the future. I think crossplay, they pushed that. Now they're going over to the Nintendo Switch. I just think that while they did not win this generation, they, as a result and because of that, they were forced to really put their muscle into it and really start pushing the envelope in the gaming industry. And again, I think they're the reason, a large reason, in the next 5 years, gaming is going to be completely different than it is today.
Yeah, and you're talking Xbox, right?
Yeah. And just this state of play was kind of an example of that. I just feel like PlayStation was kind of playing catch up with that type of stuff a little bit. Now it's a great first step. I think anytime you go directly to the fans, it's a good thing. But anyways, that's off topic. Sorry. Anything to say on that, McSpicy?
No, well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you think of any sports team that's lost, they don't like losing.
True.
So they'll make changes, they'll push things, they'll
fire people.
They'll fire people, and they'll make things that...
And that's kind of what it feels like with Xbox right now, right? Like we're pushed...
That initial E3, and then they took a ding, they took a ding, and they're not... I mean, that's why they put Phil Spencer in charge. Remember... Because the E3 kind of bombed, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then they were like, okay. And then you could totally see him, 6-7 years ago making moves.
Yeah, tons of moves, tons of changes.
Nobody likes to lose. So, and when you're on top, you kind of get, we got this.
You get complacent.
That's
Nobody can mess with us. We are the best.
It's happened time and time again. This is what
you don't have the eye of the tiger.
Yeah.
Xbox has the eye of the tiger right now.
Yeah. They don't like to lose.
PlayStation's Apollo Creed. Microsoft is Rocky. It's about to go. It's go time.
That's a good. Yeah, that's perfect.
They're just everybody.
And then who's Nintendo? Mr. T?
No, Mr. T.
I think that's Mr. T.
Nintendo is like the trainer. I don't know who
Mickey.
Nintendo is. Mickey.
Yeah, Mick.
Mick.
Yeah, Mick. He dies. Spoiler alert.
No, that's not who he is. I don't
know.
I don't know who Nintendo is then.
Adrian?
Adrian? No.
Adrian.
He's the turtle.
The brother.
He's Rocky's pet turtle. Yeah, he's Rocky's pet turtle. Anyways,
the brother that just sits there and just hangs out.
I would like to follow up with you guys on Sekiro.
Shadows Die Twice.
Sekiro.
Yes.
Sekiro.
Died twice.
Oh yeah, I just love that game. So last week was kind of a first impression. We had a chance. It did launch last Friday. We were super high on it. You guys especially were super high. Now, you two dove in big time this week.
Can I tell you my initial thought right now? Just
boom. Give me your initial thought. Yes, go.
It's one of the best games I've ever played.
Can I give you mine?
Really? That big of words?
Yeah.
Best game ever played?
One of.
This is probably, I'm going to say it, this is probably my favorite From Software game I've ever played.
That's big.
Whoa.
That's big. They've made at least 3 that I know of that he likes.
So, because you're a huge, let's start with Spicy. You're a huge From Software guy.
Yeah, I love.
You love all their games,
yeah.
all the Dark Souls. What makes Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, your favorite?
Well, how they present the game is always interesting. Any game they've made has a feel, and even from the opening title screen, you know it's a From Software game. You know it's a Dark Souls type game, right? That's just how they do everything. This one has a really awesome story. It has a really awesome story. The other Dark Souls, it's really kind of interesting to play that game and get the lore, because it's those games are beautiful, or they were at the time they were released. Even now, they still think they hold their weight at least a little bit. Even Dark Souls 1, it's dated.
Well, even in its some of its clunkiness and its harsh edges that aren't as polished, right, is what makes that game beautiful.
Yeah, well, and the world itself, just the the atmosphere, the noise, the sound, how the music comes in, the music goes out, the voices, how the voice acting echoes a certain way. You know it's a From Software game, and it has a very cool feel and vibe, and you get used to that vibe, and it just gets you excited when a new game that they make comes out. It's just they just do it very, very well. It has its own charm. The lore in those stories are interesting too. In the old and like all the Dark Souls series and stuff, it's very kind of mysterious. It's very
you have to search
ambiguous.
For the lore.
It's very you don't know what's going on, and you meet these interesting people and what they're doing. Right?
Sure.
This game has a story you can follow and a story you understand.
Yep.
It's essentially overview, summary, and couple sentence. You are a personal bodyguard of a royal, of a prince, right? Yeah. And it's possible you have failed. It's possible you haven't. You kind of don't know what's going on. But your job is to protect the royal line, and it's a kid, right? And that's essentially what you're doing in a samurai 16th century setting. And they do the story is very, very good. There are cutscenes that you just drop your jaw, kind of a thing. What From Software does really good is the bosses are absolutely fantastic. And these bosses, they do have, like the other From Software games, some of the bosses are just like weird and scary and odd and bizarre. These bosses are just cool.
Really?
Well, there was that one.
Oh yeah, well the headless. Yeah, they have some really weird bosses and mini bosses in this too, but they like some of the main bosses are just fascinating, and they're really tied to the story, and you understand like the.
Well, what's interesting is the very first. So there's a lot of mini bosses too, which I think there's probably more mini bosses in this game than there is in Dark Souls. Than the others,
right? Yeah, and they're important because each mini boss has something you need to progress.
Okay,
so you want to beat. You don't have to beat them, which is that's cool that you can play this game how you want, but you want to because they give you an abilities that you need and want to. Take more hits, basically, right? So
taking two of the bosses, the very first boss that you fight at the castle gates, you're basically are told why you're fighting him and why you have to beat him, right?
Yes.
Because so basically the point is the story's more up front and center, basically, like you were saying, which is really cool. And going on with the Raging Bull, who was a mini boss, which by the way was a really fun boss to fight. You know why you're fighting him. I don't know if you've eavesdropped the two guys before, but you know exactly why you're fighting him and why there's a random bull with flaming horns in the world.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So we have this game that has its charm, or this developer has their charm to when they make games, right? Which I really like. And a lot of people they get excited over that feel and that charm of the game. You have the story now that's up front and center. Additionally, and this is what puts me over the edge why I like this game more than the others, is this game has stealth, and the other ones really didn't. And the stealth factor, it totally changes how you can approach fights.
Sure.
And it's totally like a Tenchu style. You can come from above, you can come from behind a wall, you can come from a ledge, and you can start to pick off guys around that you normally would have to fight head on in another Dark Souls game, right? And then you'd have to brute force your way through. You can approach different areas strategically that you couldn't do in other Dark Souls games.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Which I think that right there allows a little bit more freedom and allows more players that aren't necessarily into Dark Souls to appreciate.
Because they can change. It's not just brute force getting smashed all the time.
Mechanics.
You can try different things. You can go stealth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it is that makes this game so fun to play.
So let me summarize. Let me see if I can summarize. Charm. It has charm, the same charm as From Software, right?
Yeah.
It has stealth, which really gives you more options than you have in the other Dark Souls games.
And I'll be clear, this game is still extremely difficult. It's very hard.
Yeah.
But that stealth factor, I feel, will allow more people to enjoy the game more than the others, because you can go, okay, so I can't I'm not good enough to attack this guy head on, but what if I went in these bushes and climbed up here, you know?
Yeah, whereas in a Dark Souls game, you have no choice. You're like, great, I got to go through that door again. Here we
You
go.
gotta bang your head against the wall
here we go again.
Until the wall
it's Groundhog's Day.
Well, and even if you add in the not just the stealth, but the movement mechanics of your grappling hook, I mean, you can bounce out of a fight real quick if you need to recover.
You can retreat.
Yeah.
And like I said last week, the grappling hook makes it feel kind of like Batman.
Yeah.
You know, the Batman series games. It is just, I think this is my favorite From Software game I've ever played.
You combine all those things with a story up front in front of your face, and you feel more of a connection. You feel more part of a world, and this just puts it. Wow, it's your favorite.
Yeah,
you think this is the best From Software game
that I've played. Yeah, and so like the other ones, you could role play, and you could do. I would be a strength character. I'd be a pure vitality with dexterity. You know, you could do this. This one, they don't give you that option, right? Your protagonist is who he is. You can't change it, right? Sure. You are what you are. But they give you lots and lots of skill trees throughout while you're playing that they have kind of the same Dark Souls. You build up your souls and then you spend your points. It's the same with this, but there's lots of different trees that you unlock, and you can unlock abilities that help you on, right? It's still a Dark Souls From Software style game, but I don't know. It just, the setting, the samurai, it's got its own feel, and I absolutely love this game. The samurai setting, I don't know. What I really like. So speaking of that, you have, your mechanical arm that you get. That's the hook shot and everything, right?
The Shinobi prosthetic.
I feel like every boss and every mini boss has a weakness that you can exploit with the abilities that you unlock. Yeah. And I think that was done intentionally, and I really like that because you have to sit back and go, when you attack and approach a boss that you don't know how to beat or whatever. In Dark Souls, you kind of had to brute force and just practice 100 deaths, you finally get them. This, I feel you can sit back and go, okay, so this guy can't take any health damage, but the axe attachment does a lot of posture damage. I'm going to throw on that axe, and I'm going to use this ability, et cetera, and you can exploit that ability to take on the boss way more simple than the others. I think it's way more approachable and strategic than the others. That makes it very fun.
They've found the perfect formula, in other words.
Yeah.
In this edition.
And that's one of my favorite parts. I think the health and posture system is awesome. It adds a whole new thing,
so
right?
Cool.
Like a boss that we're currently fighting right now, which me and Mark were talking about. I think we got her. But her name's Lady Butterfly, and she basically, I mean, you can whittle down her health, but deflecting and posture is a huge part of that fight, right?
Sure.
Which is different than just like trying to beat down someone's health.
The mechanic
right?
of how posture works, so you have a health bar and a posture bar. Mm-hmm. Posture is when you deflect and when you attack, basically what you're trying to do is get them to be imbalanced, and then you can do a death blow. So, and a death blow takes down
a chunk of health.
It kills them, essentially, unless they have...
It's called a death blow.
Yeah.
It stabs through the neck a lot of times. It's sweet. And what I noticed, too, one of the animations that I love when Jordan was streaming it is he stabs it and then he hits the hilt of his sword to just jab it through. It's so cool.
Animations in this game
are so good. That little detail makes it so awesome.
The squirt of the blood.
And it still has that factor of... This was an incredibly hard boss or mini boss, and it was hard to figure out, but I did it, and I love it. It's like building the biggest Lego set in the world called the Millennium Falcon. That's, I think, like around $800. Yeah. And when you take all that time and you put it all together, and that whole Lego set comes together, and you can look at it and go, I did that. It's that accomplishment. It's the same in this game. That boss was so hard, but I figured out a way. I put on the attachments that that I could exploit, right? Me and Jordan, all week long, every day, we've been calling each other talking strategy about certain things.
Let me ask you guys this, and Jordan, maybe you can answer this for us. Does it take anything away from the game? Because the past Dark Souls had multiplayer. We talked about it a little bit last week. But do you wish there was some multiplayer in this game, or do you like this?
No, I like it how it is, right? Because with single player, you can add stuff that multiplayer would essentially break. And I think a case in point would be the snake fight. I think if you had multiplayer in that, it'd kind of mess up that sequence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because That fight is very specific, and it's a scripted.
I mean,
fight.
it's really not a hard fight, but it's a very fun, cool, scripted.
And
it's
a scripted fight where you have to do certain things, and it pushes you along. And when that snake like goes up to where you're hiding, I crap my pants. And it wasn't like anything like hard. It was just. There's the biggest snake you've ever seen in your life. It's just so good.
Well, there you have it, guys. It's Jordan and McSpicy, Jordan the Man and McSpicy's favorite Dark Souls to date. They've had
From
Software games to date. If you've been on the fence about Sekiro,
be sure to go watch some videos. Don't take my
don't
word.
take our word for it. Reading Rainbow.
Don't take our word for it. Go check it out. See if it's something you'd like. But I mean, if you like stealth and if you like Dark Souls, this is the.
And if you like ninjas
and
samurai,
we hit 13,000 subscribers today. Just before the show. Followers. Sorry, 13,000 followers on Mixer. So thank you very much, everybody. That's huge. Mixer's just growing like nobody's business. That's a big milestone for us. So thank you very much. If you've not joined us over on Mixer, come subscribe to or come follow the channel, mixer.com/X1Bros. That's mixer.com/X1Bros. Every single day, we're streaming weekdays anyways, and every single day, when we're not streaming live, we have our podcast up there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The old ones are hilarious.
The old ones, it just goes in a marathon. We worked it out. I think it's like 18 straight days of podcasts nonstop is how it works.
and it's just growing.
And the catalog's just growing, baby. So come join us, mixer.com/X1Bros. Come follow us. It's a good time. I stream every single morning. Jordan streams a couple times at night during the week when he's free, when he's not on the toilet or taking showers.
Yes.
And
if we can incorporate streaming into that,
then there you go.
That equals a band.
There you go. And with that, let's get this show on the road. Jordan, it's a slower news week this week for all gaming, but tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
Yes. There's still stuff.
Stuff is still happening.
Stuff is still happening. So, of course, Borderlands is the biggest news story of the week, which we already talked about. Bethesda talked about Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield.
Boom.
They basically said it won't be at E3.
Because Bethesda announced they locked down their conference date. And I was super stoked because I thought we were going to see Elder Scrolls 6. Do you believe this? That Elder Scrolls 6 won't be there at all?
No, well, because Bethesda has that thing. They don't show a game until it's ready within the next 6 months, right? And I appreciate them for that. I think the only reason they showed Elder Scrolls 6 is they got tired of their email and Twitter boxes filling up with Elder Scrolls 6.
That's true. And all they did show was
the field.
The opening screen before you press the start button.
I think that's even going to change.
Yeah, no,
that just looked like some rendering that they did.
Yeah. Just a painting that Bob
honestly,
made.
they probably just Googled something.
It was probably just like a landscape painting they found.
Yeah.
Hey, throw that up and say it's Elder Scrolls.
They Fiverred it.
They Fiverred it.
They paid some kid in India $5 to come up with a painting.
But Starfield, that one I'm a little bit, because Starfield's their next big game, right? It's a completely new IP from them. It's going to be sci-fi, obviously, Starfield, right? It's going to be running on their new engine, which I still think is called the Creation Engine, but it's going to be their newer engine, right? No, I was a little bummed about that one because that means Starfield's not coming out this year.
We are going to see, though, Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
there's a new Wolfenstein.
We'll probably see so we won't see their first party, like the games that they actually develop, but we're going to see all the ones they produce, like Wolfenstein, a little bit more details on Fallout 76, and big one I'm excited for, Rage 2.
Oh, no, Rage 2 is going to be released before then.
Well, it says they're going to talk about it.
It's because doesn't Rage 2 come out in May?
Yeah, but maybe there's more Rage 2 stuff.
Maybe they're talking about the DLCs.
Yeah. Alongside more details reveals for Fallout 76 and Rage 2.
Well, can we talk about this? Fallout 76. I have a friend at work. I think he's actually in chat, Loyal Doyle. He's a big Fallout 76 guy, and he says that this game is making a huge comeback. That Bethesda has really stuck with it and has really made a lot of changes. And so I see them capitalizing and getting more hype. That this game now, compared to launch, is more where it was supposed to be at launch, right?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. When I played Fallout 76 with our younger brother,
sure,
I had fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it was fun. So I only played with him because Fallout 76 for me. It was like it was fun playing with people, right? But no, I didn't have anything against it.
Yeah, I think. I think with these games, same with Sea of Thieves. I mean, Sea of Thieves has done so much to support it and continue to improve it. It makes me want to jump back in, and that's just with these constant, always online games and always online worlds. That's exactly what you have to do. Just continually support it, and it's going to be different. It's going to merge. It's going to evolve. So what a game like that is like on day one. So we're going to see more of that at Bethesda. Bethesda, can I assist too? Speaking of Bethesda produced games, and how excited I am to see Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say this generation, the best first-person shooter single-player game in my mind. The top two for me come from Bethesda.
Yeah,
and top one is Doom.
Doom
for me is the best single-player first-person shooter game of this generation.
Yeah, there's really only one criticism / complaint I have about Doom.
Is it ended?
Is it ended?
Yeah, well, almost. Almost.
Stop.
No, I thought the final boss was a little lackluster compared to the other ones.
Final boss was not that hard.
Like
Agreed.
the boss, I felt like they built up, and then the final boss was kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
But both Wolfensteins, fantastic. Like, next level polish, story, buttery smooth, gunplay.
And hilarious.
Hilarious, great story. Dude, especially the second Wolfenstein, that story, how they start you out and your jaw just drops because it's about
best wheelchair scene I've ever played.
Best wheelchair wife beating scene that exists in games. Like,
hands down. I think it won awards.
Dude, but
wasn't it
can you name another first person shooter game? Like, I don't think Far Cry is up there with them.
Not on the same level.
Not on the same level. It's a different kind of style of game too, but
yeah.
Well, Far Cry
and Rage would be more comparable, right?
First person shooter games, like single player first person shooter. Death Star in chat just did a gif of a kid.
We don't have to. Yeah,
oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That's why you need to come and join us on Mixer, guys. You can leave us gifs and derail the show. What is there another game? Can you think of another game, Spicy, that meets? I think Doom. I think Bethesda.
Shooter?
Bethesda has the best first-person shooter
in this generation.
Because I
can say stuff like Perfect Dark. I think was a great.
No. In this generation, the modern generation.
Well, I mean, I would say, but it's also Bethesda. I would say I'd say Prey was pretty good. I don't think it was good as Doom or.
Well, I agree with you. I was not sure. Sorry.
I don't think it was as good as Doom or Wolfenstein, but it was still a good first-person shooter, and it was Bethesda produced, right?
Yeah, I don't. I agree with you 100%. I don't think there's any out there that can compete with those.
Yeah, I put Doom number one, and I put Wolfenstein number two.
What's the new Wolfenstein called? With the isn't it his daughters?
Yeah, the new one is I forget. Youngblood.
Youngbloods.
No, Youngblood was the expansion.
No, New Blood was the expansion.
Oh, okay. Then I think it's Youngblood. I'll just look it up real quick. Anyways, Bethesda conference.
It's looking good. It's looking good, even though the two big ones aren't going to be there, which is okay. It just means they're not ready yet. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Youngblood, and it comes July 26th.
Yeah. So is it like his daughter or his like niece or something? Or
I actually don't know.
Or his sister? I mean,
I don't know.
His girlfriend?
His girlfriend. I don't know. If Blazowicz not there, what's the point, right?
Seriously.
Blazowicz.
Seriously, that guy's awesome.
Dude, but I don't know. All I know is I'm really excited for Wolfenstein, so there you go.
He has one of the highest thresholds of pain I've ever seen in a video game.
Yeah.
Metro.
Oh, amen. So he's missing. This is the story. He's missing, and you're coming to find him.
Yeah.
Metro.
His twin daughters are coming to find him. Not going to lie. That makes me want to play this game even more. Whoa.
Would Metro be comparable to...
So I've not played the latest Metro? I really know Letro.
it's
not Metro. It's
I
Letro.
believe that's how they say it in a different language.
I've not played the latest Metro. I hear very good things, and I really want to play that game. There's just too many games out right now for me. I hear very good things. I think Metro is more comparable to a Far Cry than to, like, in its style of play. It's open world.
Is it open world? I thought it was like a linear.
No, not Last Lights. Last Lights more open world, but this newest one's open world. What is the Exodus? Exodus, yeah. No, I don't know. I'm sure it's very good, but for me personally, granted, I've not played that, so I guess I can't say that. But of what the games that I've played,
well, and you really like Metro. You love the series.
Yeah, I love. Well, I don't like the first one. I like Last Light. It's very good. I
Okay.
love the concept. I love being in Russian subways.
Who doesn't?
And I love the Russian accents. They're scary.
Again, who
They're
doesn't?
scary people.
You got to play Escape from Tarkov, man.
I have played Escape from Tarkov. Yeah, inspired by Metro.
It probably is. That's scary.
No, but I just don't. I think Doom for me is number one.
No, Doom is
this
fantastic.
generation.
I'm actually super excited for Doom Eternal. Because how do you make Doom better? You
Make it
attach a
eternal.
bayonet.
You attach
to your
Eternal to
shotgun.
it.
You had the name Eternal.
You
too.
had the name Eternal
Bam.
with a capital E.
That's funny.
Next.
Oh, this is a huge one.
Oh, huge.
Wait, hold on. I kind of skipped one.
Wait, not yet.
This is also a huge one. So we got Games with Gold
Boom.
revealed for April because
Yeah.
it's getting to be the end of the month.
What
And
are the games that are being revealed?
I did. I actually think these ones are really good. I think this is a big month. So for the Xbox 360 side, we got Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 one, which I think is really fun.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. We also have on the and then we also have Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2.
Yes.
Which
the OG
Ghost Recons are good, yeah.
Ghost Recons, the Ghost Recon style that I love.
Yeah.
I sharpened my teeth on a Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Good game.
That was a good one. That was the second one that came out on the 360, right?
Yeah.
Because Advanced Warfighter was like a launch game.
Yeah.
And that was really
That was the
fun.
second one.
Yeah. So, and on the Xbox One side of things, big game, Technomancer.
Oh.
This is the one. If you when you guys see the trailer, if you don't remember it all, but I really wanted this game when it came out, and I think I got distracted by other stuff. But I'm really excited to jump on this one. Technomancer comes out April 1st, along with Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then you got Outcast Second Contact April 16th, which is another good one, with Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2. So I think this month I'm downloading all four.
Boom.
Which,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
I download them all month.
I
every month
forget.
anyway.
I wish you could put it on like an auto download. Like when Games with Gold drops, just Xbox auto download. Let me check that box. Just download them for me.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I forget.
But then you'd run out of space.
I don't care.
Okay.
Because I could delete it. Because once you download it, you always have it.
Yeah.
But you gotta download it
You do.
in order
Yeah.
to take advantage of it.
Anyway, so I think April's a really good month. I'm actually super excited for Technomancer. It's a single player game, RPG. Looking forward to it. Sci-fi.
Nick's your big game. This is a big game for you.
Yeah, this one's really exciting. Final Fantasy VII is now available on Xbox One. It just came out this week. It's actually pretty much available anywhere. Mark's going to get it on the Switch.
I have a problem.
I was debating though.
Yeah, because I'm totally 100% getting it on the Switch because I want to play it while I'm at the gym.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right? But then Jordan brings up a big point.
I said I want it on the Switch, but I really like those achievements on the Xbox.
Yeah,
and since
of
it's on the
course.
Xbox, it will have a suite of achievements with it. Do you know they added a God mode in this one? You can basically just go into the
You're gonna
menu
be
and
Cloud?
hit max stats.
You're going to be Cloud from like,
The end of the game.
yeah,
from
you just
Endgame.
run through and just burn right through.
Yeah, they just added a bunch of features, and one of them was max stats.
Okay.
Maybe that's how I'll get all the achievements.
They won't let you get...
No,
So I never played Final Fantasy VII.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you-
Whoa, jinx.
Oh,
Do you think it holds up, or am I gonna? Should someone in 2019 who never played Final Fantasy VII, will I jump in and not appreciate it, or is it a game that stands the test of time?
This is one of the pivotal, just one of the quintessential, is that a word? What does that word mean?
That is quintessential.
Turn-based strategy games.
Okay.
Like of all the strategy games out there, turn-based strategy games, this is on a lot of people's top 3, I would say.
Okay.
I would say.
And I'm a turn-based strategy guy.
So turn-based strategy is probably more like platformers where it can stand the test of time. Yes, Cloud is going to be, his hair is going to have 2 polygon curves, right? You know,
Sure.
his hair's all weird kind of thing, and his legs, he's got MC Hammer pants.
I like
you know?
those. I mean, I can get.
but then you go into a cutscene, a pre-rendered cutscene, and it still doesn't look all that great, but it looks better.
That's right. I think because it's not an action-oriented game, it's more of a turn-based strategy game. I think it'll hold up for you, David.
Well,
Okay,
and the
okay.
story is fantastic
It's really
because
good.
you had to
and,
be. You
and
know
the
what
story
I mean?
will hold up.
It'll make you
It's not.
cry.
It's not going to be outdated.
There are times
if you play it straight through, you will cry at certain points.
yeah, it's like, well, I cried because
I know what you're going to talk about. I mean, it's
Should I-
does this count as spoil? Because that is the part of the game
well, because I leveled
that makes that game
I was
the game.
I had a specific character as the backbone of my whole crew,
That's a good way to explain it.
and nope, Not anymore.
Not anymore. He's gone.
Yeah. Well, we'll say it like that. And you're like, holy crap. There's a lot of cool things.
It's like a pivotal part of the story, and it was really sad. And more sad for you because that specific person was carrying all your items.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. And what's cool about this is they do a cool elemental gem system where you can strategically figure things out how to do it. It's really fun. It's a fun game to play and figure out, David. I think you'd love it.
Okay, so it stands the test of time. For those of us that exist here in 2019 who never had a chance to play Final Fantasy VII, you recommend us getting it. It will stand the test of time.
It's definitely a game from the 90s.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, like
it was on 3 CDs.
You cannot change that. At a certain point, you can't change that. You know what I mean? But if you give it a chance, it's a good story.
And I loved it when it said change to disc 2 or change to disc 3 because you're like, yes, I'm progressing.
Let me pop that new disc in.
Which this is great because we're getting all these Final Fantasy games. So now on the Xbox we have Final Fantasy 15, which is good.
Yeah, hold on. I do want to correct something.
Thanks,
Ronan, just for everybody to listen. Ronan says Final Fantasy 7 is a turn-based combat system, not a turn-based strategy game. I did know that it was turn-based combat. But for those of you that are listening, it's not turn-based strategy; it's turn-based combat.
I believe Bart Simpson's teacher once said, "Do what I say, or do what I mean, not what I say."
Yes,
that's what I meant.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Ronan just corrected me.
Ronan's the man.
I appreciate
Ronan's
that.
here. Have no fear.
Do what I mean, not what I say.
There we go.
That's what I meant.
Yet another reason to join us every week over on Mixer to correct our mistakes live and on the spot.
Yeah, it's way more. I appreciate them live more than getting messages later.
So check this out, guys. Now on the Xbox console, we got Final Fantasy 15, which is fantastic. Which I think you guys need to finish because you don't have the flying car yet. And
he just said he's better than us in his own weird way.
That was like a weird backhanded Final Fantasy slap.
That's how Jordan.
That's how he rolls, man.
We got World of Final Fantasy,
flies.
right? We got World of Final Fantasy. We got the 13 trilogy, which I'm having a good time with as well, and we got 9.
Yeah,
you got Final Fantasy 9, which is a really good high. Like,
isn't there Final Fantasy 10.0?
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
See? Oh,
and then we got 7, and then next we're getting 10 and 10.2. 10.2, 10, really good though.
That's your favorite one, right?
No, 8 is my favorite one. 8, yeah.
Well, why the hell am I going to play 7 then? Oh wait, do I got to play 7 to know 8?
8 you have to. Okay, let me tell you how
like the capstone.
Okay,
no.
I'm going to tell this, Jordan. Let me say this because you're biased.
Wait. Is 8 your favorite?
No, Mark doesn't like 8 at all.
7 is your favorite.
See, that's the great thing about Final Fantasy because you can have different.
Because a lot of people like 8. But I went from playing like a fantasy world with arcane powers
and the Mako reactor,
and yes, exactly. Yeah, I go from playing that game to going to high school and going to the prom or something, and I was just confused. It doesn't hit it like.
So you went from AC/DC to Taylor Swift.
Yes, and I'm not a Taylor Swift kind of guy, you know. I'm an Angus Young. I'm an Angus Young man.
Okay,
you know. So it just came from left field. It was like they did a lateral move on me, and then I didn't know what to do with the ball. I was just
Final Fantasy 8 is kind of like 15 in the fact that it's fantasy based in reality type of thing.
Okay,
right. So and it's got Squall, who's a cool character. And the reason I like Final Fantasy 8 a lot is the love story just hits me where it is, man.
Hits you where it hurts.
Like, there's not a lot of love stories that I can get behind.
I mean, when you go to the prom, how do you not fall in love?
Well, that's a
how
major
can you
plot
not
point.
fall in love at the prom?
Well, what he's talking about is they're at like a combat school, right? And you know, it's a
but
combat.
I don't know
No, I know. Yeah. It's a combat
start.
School, and for like this kind of, what would you call them? I mean, I don't want to necessarily call them special forces, but that's pretty much kind of what they are, right? And then there happens to be like a party, and there was a dance, and that's actually where he meets the girl. It's so basically what he's saying isn't wrong. Like, it's a school, and it's kind of like, you know, winter formal.
I had a smile when I start up the game, and then as we're playing, my right eyebrow goes higher and higher, and my smile slowly goes down, and I get more and more confused as I'm trying to figure out high school.
So Alan's in chat says Liberi Fatali. Enough said. Death Star says never been in any of the Final Fantasy games, but Loyal Doyle says it's more like Slipknot to Enya than AC/DC to Taylor Swift.
That's funny.
No, 8's one of my favorites because I think the story is really good, especially like the love story between two of the characters. But 7's, I mean, a close 7. They're both really good. So
I know a lot of people say that 8 is their favorite.
So actually,
people that
and what's
say
funny is my brother-in-law's favorite game, the one that you've played games with, and David has too. His favorite is 9. He likes the high fantasy because 9 went straight back to like we're going hardcore fantasy. Right?
Isn't that the one where they
elves? We're bringing back elves.
Isn't that the one where they're like flying in the sky and like?
Yeah, the tail. The main character's got a tail. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
play for free, baby. Play for free.
But before we play for free,
sorry.
we got a race with Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, that's right. Crash. Team Crash.
So I'm actually really excited for this game because I really dig Mario Kart. This is kind of Mario Kart for Xbox and stuff like that, right? So it's coming to Xbox. But Crash Team Racing is going to reintroduce tracks from the sequel.
Yeah.
So this is a remaster of the first game, and
they're
they're bringing
adding-
tracks from the sequel.
Yeah.
See what they did there?
Nice.
Yeah.
That must have been a confusing day at the office.
That must have been.
So okay,
That's a confusing memo to write.
Yeah, the next couple stories, I think you guys are gonna be really excited.
Okay.
About. So we'll play for free.
Oh.
ESO, it's a 20.
I see it. I see it on the list. I'm waiting for that to come down.
And I think Mark will be really excited because he can finally play with us.
Yeah, he'll finally be able to play with us.
Yeah. So
Because
before we get to that,
it was like when you play basketball. Or like dodgeball at school, and then Mark shows up and we just walk away.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Play. Then we
the
just walk
teaser
away.
for one of the news.
It's coming up.
So, before we get there, it is actually Elder Scrolls 25th anniversary. Is it 25th anniversary?
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
Yeah,
It's
so
25 years, baby.
So a lot of cool stuff going on with
happy 25-year birthday.
A lot of cool stuff going on with Elder Scrolls, but specifically
Freebies,
with
some free stuff.
ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, from March 28th to April 3rd.
April 3rd. It's just a few days away.
Free to play.
Not only free to play for Morrowind. You get free download.
Did you say Morrowind? I've always called it Morrowind.
I forgot Morrowind.
Huh.
You've been saying it wrong for like 10 years.
I've been saying it right.
But we never wanted to
in my
correct
head.
it.
In my head, it's right.
I call it Morrowind.
Morrowind.
Yeah.
But you also say, how do you say how do you say the holiday that has pumpkins?
Halloween.
See, I say
Halloween.
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 But that's the opposite.
Halloween.
Because I say
In
Morrowind.
this town.
And you say Morrowind.
Morrowind.
We're
We
opposite.
Oh, no, Halloween. I say Halloween. Morrowind. I don't,
Morrowind.
don't pronounce it.
Halloween.
But it's Morrowind because it's a W. It's an O. It's not an A.
So, wait, am I saying it right?
Morrow, yeah. See, you're
Tomorrow
saying it like there's an A. in it.
Tomorrowwind.
Like, see, but just instead of a T, put an M.
Morrowind. Well, I can't even remember how he. Now I don't even know how he pronounced it anymore.
Marrow's what's in your bones.
Morrowind.
Morrow's what wind comes.
Well, when I was playing this game when I was a kid, or a lot younger than I am now, I didn't have the internet YouTube videos to tell me how to pronounce
Morrowind.
things. And I read it on the stupid booklet, and it said Morrowind to me. Okay,
Morrowind was one of the first games I ever cheesed. I would leave my console on. I'd have my guy in this like pool of I forget what it is. It's like a pool of healing, and I'd have him like walking around in this pool, and I'd just be leveling up his things. It was great.
Morrowind.
Yeah.
Morrowind. That was like the first. That was a game that introduced me to how life really is. Because up until that point, I had been playing.
There's a lot.
like
roaming the world with.
No,
bow
I
and
mean
arrow.
no. Really, you start out in jail, and then everybody treats you like crap.
Yes, and I would go to random people, and they were racist. Like, because they would be
depending on who
that's
you
right,
are.
yeah.
And then I would try to go, okay, well, these guys won't sell me stuff. I'll go out into the real world, and these bandits kill me again and again. That game taught me how life is going to be.
Yeah.
That's basically how life is.
Hey, you could just call it Elder Scrolls 3.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. ES3.
There you go.
ES3.
Yeah,
ES3.
Yeah,
ES3.
so
Well, everyone knows.
But
I'm an
Morrowind,
idiot.
sorry, it's not just free to play. It's free to download. Go download your copy, and it's yours forever.
Now, you do still need Xbox Live to play it, but the game itself is free to download.
You need Xbox Live to play Morrowind?
Oh.
You're talking about
I'm
ESO.
talking about ESO.
Elder Scrolls is just free to play this week.
Yeah.
But Morrowind is a free giveaway to celebrate.
If you download it within a certain time, right?
Yeah. Wait, however, I might be confused because I do the news. This might be a PC thing.
Because you do the Gamer Daily News show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a PC thing.
so-
Everyone could search that and download that
You
show.
can search that and download that show.
That's
yes.
another podcast
There
we
we
do.
go. But it's a PC
for-
thing. Never mind. Slash what I just said.
For ESO, you can play the base game for free, starting March 28th through April 3rd, and you can play the Elsewhere Prologue, which is the new expansion coming out, for free as well on the Xbox One. Now, if you do like ESO with your free-to-play days, you can also purchase Somerset Chapter, which is on sale, or pre-purchase elsewhere, and you'll get kind of everything.
You know what's interesting? I couldn't even travel for free in that game.
No,
You'd go to those, what are they, the hot air balloons or whatever?
No,
in
the big bugs.
Yeah, and that cost me money, and I didn't have money because I kept dying from the bandits. And then I couldn't. It was really. I was just eye-opening experience.
You should actually go. You should download ESO this weekend. You don't have.
I remember.
You don't have.
I remember the entire weekend when I got that game because it was like for sale.
ESO.
No, Elder Scrolls 3.
Oh, okay.
You know, Morrowind.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
what I'm telling you is you should jump into ESO again and actually go back to Morrowind and just take revenge on everybody because it's all still there.
I'm more seasoned now. No, I got the 2 games I got that weekend was Morrowind and Forza 2.
Oh, on the X, you got this on the Xbox then?
Yes,
the original,
the OG Xbox.
The OG Xbox. Yeah. I believe it was Forza 2. And I remember playing Forza, and I had never played a simulator racer, and I just sat there and spun in circles. It was a bad weekend. It was really hard on my
Morrowind
life.
Really sucked because in addition to all the struggles that you had, it didn't run very well on the Xbox.
I was just confused.
Like when you died, you had to go have lunch and then come back, and the load screen was halfway done.
Yeah. That's why I don't think I ever had a loading. Oh, I did have a loading screen when I went into the cave one time.
So
it's really
ESO,
hard. I'm going to do
free
that.
to play this weekend. Happy 25th anniversary to Bethesda.
Guys, check this out.
Can I say this game?
Yeah, you can.
Can I thank you very much? World of Warships.
Oh, I know. Okay,
is available for pre-order on the Xbox One. So if you ever played it's the same guys that make World of Tanks. Fantastic game. It's multiplayer where you're in tanks and you just fight other people. Their World of Warships is, I think it's superior to World of Tanks. Or quite frankly, I think it's so much fun. Anyways, Jordan and I. So it's not free to play. It's download. You can pre-order it on the Xbox One right now. It comes out April 15th. So go check it out. Let me tell you, this is Warships. You team up with your friend, you pick your different warships, and you just go to battle. Jordan and I got into this for like a week, 7 days, and we played it hard.
For like 7 days.
For 7 days. We had because we were living in the same house at the time.
Yeah, for 7 days.
We had our PCs back to back.
7 days.
And we would go and be port side, back side, and we would go battle.
Stern.
We'd go battle with our battleships in the water, and then we were like, Spicy, you've got to check out this game, man. It's amazing. And I think at the same time Witcher 3 had just come out, because that's right, the same time Jordan was doing Witcher 3, and I think maybe it might have come out that next week or something. Yeah. Anyways,
I think World of Warships
went hard 7 days, and on the 7th day, McSpicy purchased it, and we rested.
Yeah, I get
because we went so hard.
We went so hard, destroying the oceans, filling the oceans with blood of our opponents.
What's funny about this story is it's happened many, many times in my career of being a gamer. Like you guys, every time I jump on, you guys bail.
And then on the 7th day, we rested, and we never returned. And Spicy was out there
now.
And Spicy was out there floating in the water, guys,
alone. Guys, in this game, you need teammates.
Guys, where am I?
You do.
What this game is like, it's like an extended fight scene in Dragon Ball Z.
Like really is.
It's like once you start, it's not like a game where you fight and one dies in like 1 minute. It's it's like a continuous.
It's like 70 episodes of death
by myself. Not with a wingman.
Not with a wingman at all.
Yeah, thanks.
So
you've done that so many times to me.
Not on this. Now it's on the Xbox. And we've said a while. Why isn't this game on the Xbox? Well, now it is. It's coming April 15th.
They listened to us.
I'm going to be jumping all. Hey, for those of you that watch my stream, when that drops, we are going to be streaming the crap.
So check it out.
Naval warfare badassery.
It's not free to play on the Xbox. It is free to play on the PC.
Boom.
But we can do the $29.99 version.
I'm 29.
Or you can do the $60 version.
There's also a $100 version.
That's the version I think we should do.
Ships.
It's actually $109.99.
Should we get it for the special ships?
I believe you've done that with every Total War game. I believe you've done that with Sins of a Solar Empire.
No, I remember I did a group deal on Warhammer.
Sins of a Solar Empire. Did we do like the special because it came with all the expansions?
No, you told me to get it and then you don't play with me.
Hey, no, okay. Total War though,
and that's Total War.
Remember, Sins of a Solar Empire though, we just never matched up our times because I still play that game. That game can run off of a netbook. That game can run off of anything.
Yes. But when you have me buy it and then you don't play with me, that's what I'm talking about.
Guys,
I don't care if you still have it.
Sins of a Solar Empire.
I don't care if you can play it on a TI-86 calculator.
You can. That game you can.
Guys, I remember the Total War Warhammer, I bought that 4-pack for all of us, and we did play it for like a week straight.
Yeah, but it was broken.
Well, but I mean, we still played it.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
we still played it.
That one was fun. That was the one with dragons and everything.
Yeah.
And you would be the stupid dragon people, and those didn't have a counter because of the stupid terror ability.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, it was
the game was broken.
Yeah.
It's probably fixed now.
It's probably why we got a good deal on a 4-pack.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right, well, that's cool. So, World of Warships is naval combat with friends.
Yeah, it's World of Tanks, but with warships.
Yeah.
$100 one comes with the bonus ships.
$109.99.
Go pre-order now, or there's a $29 one. There you go.
Yeah.
Next one. Actually, the next one here, Blake the Barber and I were just chatting about this before the show.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, out this week on the Xbox One. We were talking about this because this was the last... Assassin's Creed 3 was the final story arc of Desmond, right? The final, let's be honest, good story arc. I mean, Black Flag had a good...
Black Flag.
No, you're right. That story sucked. Yeah, it was all gameplay for Black Flag.
Yeah,
no, you're right. I agree.
It was all gameplay and songs.
Origins, Animus story was kind of meh, and then Odyssey, you're just killing people. So I mean, you really don't need a story.
You know, remember when they decided to get rid of the Animus story and just did Odyssey?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he just murdered, and then all of a sudden, Zeus. There's a big statue of Zeus.
You'd be like, it's like,
and you're like, yeah, that's
the
that's
Animus.
Zeus's dung,
So the Animus story. The Animus story.
Have you climbed up that mountain?
Yeah, you could actually. Yeah, you're dang right. I climbed up that mountain. I think you have to in the story.
So
that's how you know it's good.
So the Animus story in the first and second Assassin's Creed made sense because it was It was such an integral part. Once you close that story up, just leave it alone. Because then after that, it became it became
the annoying
loading screen that I had to actually play. And it was the most annoying loading screen that I actually had to play through. Well, like 20-minute loading screen.
With Assassin's Creed, so the Desmond storyline is Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and then 2 had its expansions, Brotherhood and Revelations, and then 3 concluded it, right? Because a lot of stuff happens at the end of 3, which was good anyway. But in number 1, it was this mysterious, like, why am I playing as my descendant Altair or like why are we, it was this whole thing, and then the ending there was this big twist at the ending. Oh no, that's crazy. 2 basically anyway, it was really, what I'm trying to say is the modern storyline was just as good as the Assassin storyline.
Amen.
They tied into each other really well. Now in number 4, you were just banking a video game. Right?
Yeah, that was funny. Or the one where it starts out with the TVs. We're Abstergo, the TV producers, right?
Yeah,
and you're like, what the
and that's why I appreciated Odyssey, because I think they're like, guys, the Animus storyline sucks. So when they flash back to the Animus storyline in Odyssey, it's like, hey, we found this weapon. Who did it kill?
And then you can immediately go right back.
And then you just go kill everybody with that weapon.
I like that.
Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed 3...
I believe they say, holy crap, there's a lot of DNA on this one. And then you go back.
So Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered.
Yes, and then a big one, and this is just
Wait, is it out now?
Yeah.
Okay. You never said that. We got off on a tangent there.
No, I said it came out this week.
Oh, there we go. Assassin's 3. And one thing...
Well, wait, hold on. Now you have me I got to double check now.
One thing about Assassin's Creed 3, multiplayer. That was the first multiplayer.
No, Brotherhood.
Oh, Brotherhood was the first one. That's right, because there was 3, and then there was 3 Brotherhood.
Can I go on a huge tangent?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to be derailed because Freaky in chat said, McSpicy climbed the Celeste mountain to find out he didn't like the game. I liked the game, okay? I liked Celeste. I just don't think it was Game of the Year in its running.
Sure.
When it doesn't win its own category that it's in, I don't think it should be Game of the Year.
Didn't Dead Souls win that category for Best Platformer?
Yes.
Or did Celeste win it?
Oh, I don't know. I thought
no, watch we're wrong.
Dead Cells?
Yeah, watch me be completely
Dead
wrong.
Cells.
No, I like the game. I just think it was outmatched big time.
That's funny.
Anyway,
back to
Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, out now, $40 on the Xbox. I think that's a pretty good deal. It's a fun one, especially if you enjoy. I think that was the last game with the last good Abstergo story, right?
There we go.
So it includes the story of Desmond and all that.
Yes.
The next one, I put that on there because it's probably our most divisive YouTube video.
Divisive.
Yeah.
Diversive.
It's also very diverse. It's both diverse and divisive.
That'll get us that'll put us on
anyway,
Polygon.
DayZ is available now for Xbox One. And you're saying, well, Jordan, it was already available. No, it's at a game preview, and it's available to buy for $50.
Yeah. 5 years, it's here. With the game we've waited for, it is here. I hear, actually, that it's really good now.
My thoughts are still the same.
Really? So will you try this game, or is this a
Well, no, I have it because I got it in game preview.
Yeah.
What game we talking
Like,
about?
no,
DayZ.
I will give games a try. I don't. If you like DayZ, that's awesome. I have nothing against it. For me personally, I prefer.
Yeah. Do you think
like a State of Decay?
Sure.
Over
Do you
DayZ,
think that it took so long to come out of preview that it's missed the boat, or were they able to maintain their audience in preview that it's going to do well?
Well, I mean, you got your
that ship has sailed.
You got your hardcores, right?
You definitely have a fan base. As if you go to our YouTube channel and see how many dislikes are.
Which go subscribe to us on YouTube. YouTube.com/Xonebros.
Yeah.
That's like one of our most popular videos, and everyone's like, "These guys are stupid because they don't like things I like."
You suck, DayZ's
the
awesome.
whole time in this video, me and Jordan are saying we like the game. We just wish it was polished. Right?
Yeah.
Or we wish that they would release the game
not what I heard.
after 10 years.
That's not what I heard. I heard you hate DayZ and everyone who likes it.
Yeah, no. How many times in that video do we say we like the game, but please release a game within 10 years if you're getting people to buy it?
I think it was. I mean, that's what.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I will give it credit that it probably started because DayZ comes from the Arma 3 mod. Everything comes from the Arma 3.
Was
mod.
it Arma? It might have been even Arma 2.
It was an Arma mod.
It was an
right?
Arma mod. Yeah.
So, if you like the game, that's awesome. In this style of like zombie survival, your survival, because it's not. I mean, would it be considered a battle royale type game? It's more like the H1Z1 survival mode, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway,
I would say it was probably one of the precursors to like a battle, like the Arma
stepping
battle
stone.
royale. Yeah.
Right? But
Maybe, yeah,
I mean, they're kind of different games. In this genre of survival, zombie apocalypse, other players and stuff or whatever, right? I kind of prefer the style of like a State of Decay. And yes, you can say, well, State of Decay doesn't have the PvP that DayZ does. That I agree, that's fine. But I think a State of Decay is more my style of a zombie survival type of game, right?
Very good. Well, it's here. It's
fully released, so it's out. If you want to read through the YouTube comments on our discussion of DayZ, it's a good time.
Head over and subscribe to us, youtube.com/Xonebros.
Good plug. That's the third YouTube plug this episode.
And then read the comments.
That's good.
No, I just thought that one was funny because we've had a lot of heated debates about DayZ, but it's finally here. It's finally out.
Absolutely. Boom. That's the news. Let's get to
it.
I have one more news thing.
Oh, one more news.
Yeah. We forgot to do this at the beginning of the show, but
yeah.
What do we have?
We have some gifts for you.
We have
some gifts for me.
From people that sent you gifts.
Oh, let's do it, baby. Yes. I love gifts. Did I get my Ford Raptor? Is there keys in one of these?
So
I put it out there.
Name some of these.
Oh, here we go, guys. It's live. McSpicy just pulled out a big vanilla envelope for everybody.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me look. Oh, hey.
Yeah, documenting it.
Documenting. Oh, so I'll let you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sometimes I open the.
Are we going to say who they're from?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you who it's from.
Okay.
If it's not in there. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay. Here we go.
You might want to.
This is
show off the address.
Giant manila envelope here.
Too late.
We're pulling it out. Happy birthday to me. What do we have? And it It is a Ford Raptor, baby. Yes. It's a model car of a Ford Raptor.
So what David
switch
wanted,
my camera here.
Is it I think I don't think you
are we
set
not on?
it up. No, I can set it up. Yeah,
that's okay.
There you go, right there.
Oh, right there. Here we go, guys. It's a Ford Raptor. Someone got me my dream.
So
some millionaire out there.
So I'm gonna say that one was probably from Troubadour.
Oh, Troubadour.
So we got one from Troubadour.
Okay, thank you very much, Troubadour. I appreciate it. Boom, it arrived. Happy birthday. Yes, it's a Shelby Ford F-150 truck. Boom, very nice. So I asked, for those of you who are new to the show, 3 weeks ago before my birthday, I said, if there's any millionaires out there, I want a Ford Raptor for my birthday. I just got one. Boom, thank you very much.
It makes noises.
Man. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
there you go. Put that up to the mic. See if you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to.
No, I believe it's a button, David. You got to shake it.
You can't shake it.
You can't shake it.
This isn't a child.
But it was just going off.
Okay, here's the next one. This one's from Beast 420.
Beast.
Beast 420.
My man, Beast. Here we go. Happy birthday. Hey, guys, thank you so much.
Hey, Troubadour's in chat.
Hey, yeah, Troubadour. There you go.
Thank you very much, Troubadour. I appreciate. Oh my! And guess what, everybody? We got is it on me? There it is. We got another one. The Ford Raptor. Boom! Oh, I've got everybody. Everybody listen, it got me a Ford Raptor. Thank you very much.
What years are those? I mean, you got a 2017.
So they're actually different. It's a Ford F-150 and a Ford Raptor now.
Yeah.
A Shelby F-150.
So they got you your trucks.
And a Ford Raptor. Dude, my trucks are here. Thank you very much.
This one is a gift, but I don't think it's got a truck. But it is a birthday present. I don't know if you want to open it or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, we're this mode we're in. Happy birthday, guys. Thank you very much. Who knew it'd be a birthday episode?
Yeah,
I'm going to go May just so we don't show
who's this one from?
I believe he puts his name in there. So.
Oh! And he took a picture.
Isn't that awesome?
Check him out. Love the show. Super shocker. Oh, that's so cool. Can I show this picture? Can you?
Yeah.
Let's show this on camera.
There you go.
Check this picture out, guys. Look at that. That is super shocker.
That's David getting a haircut.
And that's me getting a haircut right there. Love the show.
Pull it back just a little bit so it's focused. No. I'm just being picky. Go whatever.
Wait. Back is,
there
we
it is.
go.
There
right
you
there.
go.
Check it out.
Oh,
super shocker, my man. Thank you very much. I will read the card later.
Okay, that's fine.
It might be personal, so you never know. We got a John Deere hat.
Yeah!
Yes, baby. John Deere. I'm a man. Yeah. Oh, and spring is here.
I have a John Deere hat too.
We can be John Deere hat twins.
Okay, we're gonna wear our John Deere hats
when we
together.
mow the lawn.
Yes,
we'll mow it together too.
That was the most expensive free John Deere hat I've ever gotten.
We got oh my goodness, Mickey with a Keyblade. Wait, is this? Let me read the card. Is this for Jordan? Because Jordan's a big Keyblade guy.
Okay.
Well, let me just make sure. Let me make sure. Hold on before
you make an idiot. I'm gonna go on the main camera and tell you.
I think everybody's a Keyblade.
This is a happy 5-year anniversary to the Xonebros. He says, you'll be happy to hear that the wife is now a fan of the Mixer Show. She has taken it on her own to make us cookies for the show like Mrs. McSpicy does. Yay! Super shocker. So this is for all of us.
Oh, cool.
So
that's probably mine.
This is probably McSpicy's.
I get the John
This
Deere
makes
hat.
sense. Super shocker.
All
Thank you very much. This has got to be for Jordan.
So much more
it's
happier
Mickey with a
now.
Keyblade, which means this last bad boy is for me, and it's sweet. It's a power on shirt, baby.
Oh, that's
a power
sweet.
on shirt.
I can put my hand on your chest and you can't get mad.
And
you turn him on. You touch him on his chest and it turns him on.
That is hilarious. Hey, thank you very much, everybody.
This is great.
Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the birthday gift. Thank you for the happy 5-year anniversary gift. Super shocker.
Oh, yes.
I love it. We'll actually put that picture of you up behind us.
Let me see it right now. I'll put it up now. This is going on
live.
This is live. We're doing it live. Did you just lose the picture?
We should start this as a thing, and it's a Polaroid, which makes it even cooler.
We should have a wall of
people. We should have a wall of people in front of our show
Kinda
with
like the
an
gum
X1
wall.
Bros shirt on.
Kind of like the gum wall in Seattle.
Like the gum wall, but it's the Polaroid
our
wall.
wall.
What's the gum wall?
It's the picture wall.
It's where everybody
Have you ever
puts their
seen it?
gum on
Have
the
you
wall
seen
in
it? It's
Seattle?
disgusting, but it's awesome. It's simultaneously awesome and disgusting at the same time.
I can relate.
So basically, there's this giant wall in Seattle where everybody just walks up to and sticks their gum on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like layers and layers.
Let me also do a disclaimer. I will only put the picture on the wall if it's appropriate.
Yeah, so you can't be like standing in front of. Let's not give people ideas. They'll actually do it.
Yeah.
No nudes.
But just X1 Bros with a shirt
Let me see the
and in front of a thing we can put in front of the show. We could put it on, or even if you don't have a shirt, you just stand in front of the show. That'd be really cool. What a cool tradition! Hey guys, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's go to the last segment of our show. As soon as McSpicy's done putting up that picture. Sorry, Spicy, I didn't mean to do that to you. He's running all around the place. Do that John Deere hat looks good. Oh yeah. Boom, that brings us to the last segment of the show. This is the show. This is the part of the show where we take your questions. You can submit a question every single week over on Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming or x1bros.com/support. Come subscribe to us on Patreon. Submit a question to the mailbag, MALE, sorry, mailbag. Anyways, first question comes from Samsonite99. Here's what he says. He says, I recently listened to the 5-year cast and would like to congratulate all of you and thank you for all the fun. Thank you very much, Samsonite. Appreciate it. Can I please ask, because it's been driving me crazy for some time now.
Samsonite.
He says, I haven't been able to locate in my archives any old downloads with the original intro with the OG Xbox sound plus the old song. Please, he says, please can you do an outro with it or play it at some point in the show? I'm desperate to hear the old intro tune for old time's sakes. I love our most beloved spicy mix we have these days. It's just for old time's sakes. Congrats,
guys,
and keep cranking it out, boys.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. What was our original outro?
It was the...
Oh!
Yeah.
I play it sometimes before the stream.
Right?
I do play it sometimes before the stream.
Is it you do? Where do you... Okay, I gotta find it. I'll find it, though. I'll find it.
Okay, McSpicy will find it, Samsonite, and we will play it for you.
The Keyblade of Darkness. I saw you eyeballing it.
That's
Mickey.
Yeah,
you're showing me the Mickey Keyblade?
Don't look at my
Keyblade of Darkness?
Stop
so
eyeballing
his
my
Keyblade,
stuff.
I believe it's from the Shadow Realm or the Dark Realm. Sora's is from the Realm of Light.
Pretty cool.
So.
Okay, you guys, we're doing a show. You know we're doing a show here, Jordan.
Whenever Jordan gets Keyblades...
Yeah, Jordan Keyblades is like hypnotic. Super shocker. Thank you for hypnotizing him. Death Star Destroyer says, hey fellas, happy Friday. My question for you is a 3-parter. What video game, movie, and song artist is your guilty pleasure? Something that most people despise that you actually enjoy. P.S. Orlando would be a great place to meet up. Amen, Death Star Destroyer. Amen. So, what is our guilty pleasures? I'll start with mine. So my artist guilty pleasure is well known. It is Taylor Swift. As a 30-year-old man, it just makes sense. Or a 35-year-old man, it just makes sense that Taylor Swift is my guilty pleasure. Because why not, right? As far
is
as
it really guilty at this point? Because you're so flamboyant when you listen
I'm
to
open about it. Yeah, I'm open about my guilty pleasures. As far as TV shows, Keeping Up with the Kardashians is also my guilty pleasure. It's just like watching a train wreck. I love it. I don't know why, but I love the Kardashians. And last but not least, my guilty pleasure video game. That's a tough one because I usually don't. That people don't like that you do. Guilty pleasure video game is a good one. Jordan, do you have a guilty pleasure video game that you can think of? I think Minecraft would probably be my guilty pleasure video game because it's basically a child's game that I love to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Minecraft. I'm going to say Minecraft.
It's a good one.
There it is.
I found it. Yeah, if you want
There
to
it
hear
is. Yeah, before we go to Jordan's and Spicy's guilty pleasures, let's hear. This is for Samsonite. Here is,
Samsonite.
5 years ago, here is our original intro music. Oh.
Remember that?
Oh, this brings back old times when we had to do this song 20 times in a night because we'd mess up.
Because we'd screw up.
Maybe that's why I don't remember it. I blocked it out.
Here we go.
And then it kicks in right here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to dig for this song. I haven't had to pull this up in a long time.
And if you go back to our old stuff via Skype, we all danced or did something crazy during
At the beginning. Then we got bored of that. I did. I got bored of it. Then I'm just like, whatever. Let's start this dang show because it's 2 a.m. at that point.
Yeah. There you go, Samsonite. Thank you very much. Death Star Destroyer.
This is the extended version.
The part you guys never heard about.
Bonus shows.
Yeah, bonus show. There you go.
Death Star Destroyer. Jordan, what is your guilty pleasure? So I didn't do a movie. I did a TV show, but Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But guilty pleasure, song or artist, movie, and game. And if McSpicy, if you'd like to go first, you could go first as well. But
so what? Oh, wait, what?
Guilty pleasure. Death Star Destroyer wants to know our guilty pleasure video game, movie, and song or artist. I did Minecraft. Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Taylor Swift. Those are my 3 guilty
Minecraft
pleasures.
Being one. So television show
I think game is
or
the
movie.
hardest.
I could probably do a movie,
Go
but
ahead.
I think my wife listens to this and she'll make fun of me.
Okay,
well, no,
go ahead.
actually,
Titanic. Titanic. It's Titanic.
No,
I like Titanic.
she'll actually like me more, but
Okay.
she'll be surprised.
Okay.
So, this movie, she loves this movie. I like it not because of the movie. I like it because of the cinematography in it. It's outstanding.
Okay.
And now I can't remember it. It's the
Notebook.
I think we both said that.
no. It's not,
What is a girl a movie
Thanks,
that every
honey.
wife loves?
P.S. I love you.
Although-
Pride and Prejudice.
Wait, hold on. Wait, which one?
Pride and Prejudice, the 2005 Keira Knightley one.
I like Keira Knightley.
Who
doesn't?
When you watch that show, by the way, the music's really good, and it's
Brokeback Mountain.
no. The music's really good if you're in the mood for like some relaxing piano music, right? But they have scenes in that show where they do a good I don't know, 10 minutes of dialogue with different people in different rooms, all in one take, right? The camera flows through. There's like a ballroom scene at the beginning.
Like the ER take.
Style, yeah, exactly, yeah. And there's scenes where just that you had to be so good at what you do to get that. And I'm a photographer and a cinematographer in like IRL, right, in real life. That scene, my wife's pulling up the GIF right there. That scene right there is fantastic. The camera work and the cinematography in that movie is outstanding.
So your guilty pleasure for movie, Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice, 2005.
That's a good one.
Although I do really like, she mentioned Devil Wears Prada. I do really like that movie.
That is a good one.
I do like that movie. And then music?
Yeah, music. Guilty pleasure music. Jordan, do you have anything guilty pleasure-wise that just popped up into
I don't
your
know.
head?
Well, so actually there's an anime that I like that no one else seems to like.
What is that?
It's Fairy Tale.
Oh, yeah. I've tried it, but...
yeah, you're stupid.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but a lot of people
really
like that one. That's a super popular one. It's always like number one on Funimation.
Well, I think a lot of like 5-year-olds like it, and that's the problem. Like, it is a little bit more juvenile. But
see, Fitzy, there you go. In chat,
there you go.
some Fairy Tale. There you go.
I really like it.
Nickelback.
I really like it. Favorite Nickelback.
Nickelback
That's
is your
funny.
guilty pleasure.
Chat, you're funny. I have a song.
Maybe we should start a
Oh, song. Go ahead. Give me your song.
So I got to preface this, and when I start explaining, you'll know exactly where I'm going with this. So for our live viewers, and for those that want to support the show that cannot financially and stuff, there's ways to do it. For example, you can watch our show on Mixer, and you gain a currency called Sparks.
Yes,
and you can donate those Sparks, and that actually turns into currency for us to help support us. We have a section of David's streams, and before and after the show we do live, we do what's called a dump.
Spark dump.
We do a spark dump. And there is a song we play.
The dump truck song.
That I'll pull it up.
That's your guilty pleasure, the dump truck song. It is good. It's catchy.
I want to play a little bit.
There it
I
is.
hate pop, like actual hardcore pop.
Yeah.
This is as poppy as you can get, man. And this song right here makes me laugh.
That's your guilty pleasure,
Yeah.
right there. You sing this all the time.
I do.
When you sing it, here it is, guys. Dump it. There you go.
That song, it's so catchy. That's a good guilty pleasure.
Okay, let's
song.
go to Jordan on a movie while you think of a video game. Jordan,
hardcore pop.
On a movie?
guilty pleasure.
That's
Do you have a guilty pleasure movie? He has watched all the Pride and Prejudice. It might be Pride and Prejudice.
Have you
for
seen the
him,
Keira
too.
Knightley 2005?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See?
What's your favorite one then?
Look, he doesn't.
Did you even do the BBC?
He doesn't
stuff?
even bat an eye.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's a good story, right? I mean, he's prejudiced, she's prideful.
And he's rich.
Yeah.
She's poor.
Ah.
You can only.
Prejudiced and prideful, right?
There you go.
It's an excellent story.
And he's a bad A.
Well, it depends on which version, right? I do like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. My wife and I watch that.
That's a good
probably,
guilty pleasure.
Once or twice.
There we go.
Once every other month, we probably throw that in the
There we go.
rotation.
Do you have a guilty pleasure game? A secret game.
That's
out there
hard
that-
because
That's because I like games.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
a guilty pleasure game is a hard one.
I don't know. I don't know if I have
Mario
a
Kart, right? I really like
No,
Mario Kart
but that's
a lot.
like,
I mean, but that's a popular one
that's
too.
socially acceptable. See, that's the thing. All the games are socially
Yeah,
acceptable
yeah.
in the gaming sphere.
Not necessarily. Like I have a nephew that is really hardcore Magic the Gathering stuff, right?
Sure.
I like Magic the Gathering.
I know. So do I. But he makes fun of me because I play Hearthstone.
Oh, he's so hard. Oh, so
You
he's
play
like-
Hearthstone?
he goes-
he's a card game snob.
He goes like this. Oh yeah, I actually have cards.
Excuse me. Do you have physical items
You do
that
know-
you can throw for all that money?
Well,
you spent?
that's
no, you don't.
a long time ago. I decided in my life I'd always have a Magic deck with me
At all times.
in case someone wanted to throw down, and there is one in the center console of my car right now. So I always have one with me. So I mean, I get where he's coming from. You know, it's like a concealed weapon permit. You know what I mean? Like you always got one.
Also,
of
when
those.
you get, when you get mad, you just throw your cards at the person when you lose. you can't do that on Hearthstone.
I'm packing my red deck. What about you?
Green. I go or Blue Angel. I go Blue Angel deck.
Blue Angel.
Anyways, great question. Thank you very Death Star Destroyer.
Actually, you
That
know
was a
what?
hard one.
You know what? Guilty pleasure?
Go.
Probably because I do jump into it every now and then. RuneScape.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hear good things. That's a thriving RuneScape.
Well, there's two
community in our
different
Discord.
versions, right? There's RuneScape, the RuneScape 3 or whatever, and then the original version. I mean, I don't play it really. I play a lot of World of Warcraft more, But I used to play RuneScape a lot in the younger years.
Yeah.
So I jump into it every now and then.
Let's get to Happy Mayo's question.
Oh, Ooh.
Happy Mayo asks, thank you very much, by the way, Death Star Destroyer. Appreciate it. Happy Mayo asks, fellas, 5 years, awesome. You guys deserve it. So my question, I do a lot of traveling. I'm going to give this question to Jordan because Jordan is the expert here.
On what?
On this question.
I know, right? I asked the same. That's what I asked in my head.
Happy Mayo.
Oh, thank
he says, my question. I do a lot of traveling, which results in me sitting in a hotel at night bored. I've recently looked into buying a second Xbox to bring with me on the road. My question is it worth doing? Can the hotel internet handle the bandwidth? I know the internet varies, but how bad can a hardwire be? Have you guys ever done this? He says, I've also looked into getting a Switch, but I want to have communications with my friends, and they're all on Xbox. Now, Jordan travels the world with his Xbox.
And PC.
He packs it and
Oh, yeah,
PC.
I took all three of them, yeah.
And PC.
And the Switch.
Is it worth it to take an Xbox to a hotel when you're traveling for business and such?
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on what game you're playing. So I went to Wisconsin.
Yes.
And the hotel we stayed in had crappy internet.
Crap.
I mean, I think most hotels
Crap
do.
sandwich.
Right? And they actually didn't have hardwires. It was all wireless.
Oh, so you had to go Wi-Fi.
You couldn't even hardwire. But I played Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
I don't
single
think,
player.
I don't think. No. I played multiplayer.
Oh, you were able to do that multiplayer. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think it depends on the game you play. I don't think you can play like a Call of Duty. I mean, if you're staying at the high end hotels, I mean, you can play whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
But if you're staying at my cash level of hotels, you might want to stay away from like the twitchy shooters. But something like a Red Dead Redemption or even like a Division, I think would be all right because it's not as,
Is it worth it to bring with you, though? Do you find that you get enough out of it that it's worth the hassle to pack it up? How do you pack yours up?
That's the difference
for a
between
plane
you and me,
stuff?
David. I don't find it a hassle to pack my...
to pack things
to pack
you
my
enjoy.
Xbox, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, if you had like the S, that's relatively
That's the
small.
one I bring with me, yeah.
You can put that in a laptop bag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I take
there
off
you
the
go.
stand.
There you go.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
And it's pretty tough.
What do you do with your controllers? Elite controller case inside your stowaway?
Well, what do you do with your power cable? Same place. Just put it in there.
Very well then.
I would do that, yeah. And I have experience in no internet to low internet locations with my Xbox. If you can get on just for a split second, it will allow you to play your games.
Yeah, I actually had to do that.
So you sign in.
The Witcher, actually.
Yeah, you sign in, and then you launch the game, and then you don't need to be online anymore.
Yes, some games will require an online check-in when you hit start, even single-player games, like The Witcher being one of them. All you got to do is just hotspot real quick, check in, and then you can turn it off.
And internet over your hotspot on your phone, I've done a couple times. Gaming does not actually take a lot of bandwidth. It does take,
it takes like virtually no bandwidth.
Yeah, when you're downloading the game, it obviously does. But what matters when you're gaming is like the ping, right? And it depends on where you're at. Where I'm at right now, like in Utah, where we are, it's fairly populated. I've had to go on my phone when my internet's gone down, and I've been able to play some Twitch shooters.
Oh.
The ping was around 30, which is okay.
Yeah.
Well, 30, if I were to ping it. It actually, because the game has to go to the server and then back to other people, right? And there's an actual, it's probably around 60 at that point, which is not the best. 60 to 100, it's not the best, but it's playable.
Yeah.
Right? It's playable. So you can do it off a hotspot on a phone depending on where you are as well.
And if you're in a hotel, I think hotels suffer from congestion, right? So you got a lot of people using the hotel internet at the same time, right? That's where you're going to get your crappy
Freaky in chat
experience.
says because he mentioned, Happy Mayo mentions, maybe I was looking into a Switch, but I want to be able to communicate with my friends. Freaky in chat says his son plays a Switch and starts parties on the Xbox phone app to talk to his friends on the Switch.
That's a good idea.
You can do that as well. Obviously the Switch is a little bit easier, but if you're bringing your Xbox, Jordan, it's not a hassle. Bring it. You can use your phone.
The One S
if
is
the
perfect.
internet sucks, and you might be able to get better reception that way. And it sounds like Jordan has really had success.
With the
internet
if you're in a
hotels.
place where the internet sucks, chances are your phone's
Yeah, 'cause
gonna
that
suck
means
too.
you're in the
Because
middle of nowhere.
you use it when your internet goes out, so you're still
Yeah.
in a place, right? So
Last thing, even Death Star Destroyer, you could also use Discord. Fun fact, in our Discord channel, we have all the text channels up on the top, right? Where you can see where we have the Xonebros channel, the PlayStation channel, and MMO channel, etc. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, we have different voice lobbies that people can. We have, I think, 3 lobbies.
Yeah.
That they're free to use. You can just, if you want to play with somebody that's in the community, You can go on there, and it's the phone app on Discord is amazing.
It's crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
Yep.
So you just join that. You just tap it with your finger. Join the channel if you have a headset. You can even do a speakerphone if you want, but headset probably work best. And then have other people join that, and you can go in and out all you want. It's really cool.
Yeah, we've used it quite a bit in games.
So come check us out on Discord. If you haven't joined Discord yet, there's 1,500 people there waiting to get to know you.
And that wasn't
play games with you.
That wasn't necessarily a plug for our Discord channel. It's just not a lot of people know that if you scroll down, we have voice channels.
There are voice channels there.
I've used it lots of times. Yeah.
Yeah. Last but not least. Last question of the day comes from Stacy Rev Resistance, and he wants to know. He says, "So, what does the Xonebros endgame look like? If you guys were able to go full time, what could we expect to see?" Raids. He says, "If you guys were to go full time, what could we expect to see from you guys beyond a once a week live podcast and Gamer Daily News?" McSpicy elaborated on this a bit last week. Excuse me. But I'm just curious to see where David and Jordan are with this topic, because I do hope to see you guys go full-time. Just wondering what the vision is for the future. McSpicy, can you maybe just recap what you talked about a little bit last week? If let's say tomorrow, a billionaire invested, Mark Zuckerberg buys us, and it's the Facebook Xonebros tomorrow.
Okay.
And we're full-time.
Okay, so last year I mentioned how fun it was because we did our 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And I spent a couple days just doing stuff for the show. He's actually here, our live studio audience. Blake's back here behind us. We went there and we chilled and we streamed live doing our haircuts. Really fun time. We then did a couch cast, which basically us three just hung out and played video games. We played Sekiro for a couple hours. Really good time. Then, of course, we did the show. What I really enjoyed was the fact that I was doing things that I do for clients. That it's different for clients because it's really stressful, and I have to be good, to keep them as clients.
Yeah.
And there's timelines and all the stuff, which I'm okay with, even on Xonebros side. But the fact that I was doing it for myself and for our show and that kind of stuff, the things that I do like in real life for my job, I make some really cool stuff. And just the fact that I was able to do it for ourselves for a little bit, I did the camera setup at Blake's shop. You can go. Did you post a picture on that on Instagram? Just like the gear and stuff. You can go see how much gear we had to get the sound quality that we had and all that stuff. But I'm the kind of guy that likes to stay behind the camera and get everything running well. I love doing motion graphics. At the end of our show, for example, whenever we stream live, for those Patreon supporters that donate $20 or more, I create a custom slide with whichever they want, and they're motion graphic slides. They're super cool, and so I make custom stuff for that. That stuff is the stuff that I really, really like to do, and I have ideas with movies, replacing faces, doing all this stuff, doing way more technical stuff that I just can't do, kind of, because A, I don't have the time, and B, it's hard to do that. There's I call it like a deposit of creative juices, and I burn it all out in my real life job, and there's not a lot of overflow in Xonebros. Me and David had this discussion today at the gym, actually, but so stuff I would like to do would just make the production level, I feel, is not in the industry like you. I have ideas in my head that I don't think it's in the industry right now.
Yep.
To do. Some people are really, really good. Like I would like to say Dr. Disrespect has some of the best production quality I've seen in a streamer.
And he's hilarious.
And he's funny. I would love to just have time to do that while David streams, while Jordan streams, would do whatever. If that makes any sense, I just would love to do that. It was so much more rewarding to do it for myself than other people, right? So with David, I would assume we would stream.
So what? This is what. I don't know what's wrong with my voice.
I don't know. Well, you're getting teared up because this is a possibility.
No, man. Just like every time I talk, it's like it itches. It hurts right now. I don't know. Did I scream? I didn't scream. Did I scream? I scream all the time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'll just say.
Sorry if I sound like I have a cold or something. I don't. My voice just is like screwing up right now. But if we were to go full time, if we hit our Patreon goal and went full time, and we were able to do that tomorrow, this is what it would look like. You'd get 8-hour streams every single day. I would probably be the one that streams. Jordan probably pop in sometimes and stream. What you would get is I'd like to do. We have lots of ideas for other podcasts. There would definitely be a daily podcast in there with the three of us, or with iterations of three of us. So maybe there would be Jordan and someone else, or Spicy and someone else, and me and someone else, or then all three of us. We've tons and tons of ideas for so you'd get multiple daily shows. We'd have a studio. We'd do live studio audience recordings of the podcast. I think that would add something different to it. We would be at every single PAX event of the year. We would do meetups everywhere. I mean, you're just talking about, we would just basically, we'd take the community and take everything to the next level. Another thing I think that you'd see, and this is what McSpicy hit on, and Jordan would probably be a huge part of this as well. YouTube, you'd see a lot more video content, a lot different video content. We could really dive in deep on different stories and stuff like that. So we have a lot of ideas for different shows. Ultimately, what you'd get is more X1 Bros everywhere. If you haven't yet, to give you an idea of what our daily show would be like, that we're going to do when we go full time, the X1 Bros Patreon podcast, Patreon bonus episode that comes out once a month. The next one is actually dropping next week. Go check that out. I think that show actually beats this show in entertainment.
Shut up. Because it's just you.
No, the X1 Bros bonus podcast.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Gamer Daily News show.
No. No. That's
shut up, you stupid.
That's what our daily show would be
sorry.
like, really, and it's so much fun to do. It's hilarious.
I think those are our best shows because we can talk about whatever. There's no limit. The tangents go everywhere, right? And
yeah,
it's just
someone. Anyways, great question, Jordan. You have anything to add? Take away from that? Change?
No, I think that all sounds about right.
Jordan would bowl.
He would go bowling.
He'd bowl more.
Well,
I like what I would because what I would want to do is, have you guys ever seen 100% walkthroughs? Not actual like playthroughs, but walkthroughs.
Jordan would be our wiki guy.
So, because walkthroughs are cool, like they have some for Sekiro. I haven't watched them yet because I want to kind of get through it myself. Yeah. But basically, I've watched ones for Dark Souls and stuff and other games. But basically, what they do is they start from beginning to end, and they walk you through like everything. Like, all right, you'll run forward over here, and then slightly to the right and look up. There's an item, and they'll basically show you where. I just think they're fun and cool, and you get to see like every nook and cranny of the game. So
there's other things,
but
like
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Or YouTube.
There's other things like for our Patreon guys that do, or gals that do, $20 or more. We give a shirt every 6 months out, and I design and customize the shirt stuff. There's stuff like that I just really like to do, and just to, I don't know. It was just. I remember last week. When I was able to do that, I have not been on a vacation in over like 10 years. And last week when we were at Blake's barbershop and I was still doing a lot of labor-intensive, mind-intensive stuff, it felt like a vacation. It was, and I just felt so, I don't know, blessed if that's the word, or just, I didn't know that was a possibility to have work like that was so rewarding and felt so good, right? So that's why I want to do it, but I have a lot of ideas to do it, and I can't do that until...
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas for super original content coming when we go full-time, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to support us, if you want to help make that a dream for us, head over to Patreon. We're growing. I think this year is going to be a big year for us, so thank you very much, and thank you, Stacy Rev Resistance, for asking the question. That does us for the day, guys. That's it. The show is over. The show's over. Let's leave.
What do we do?
I don't know.
No, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to go rate, review, and subscribe to us over on iTunes. It really helps. And share us everywhere. Go share us. Post us on Reddit. Let's just spam Reddit, because Reddit's crazy. Reddit's like the Wild West, but I love it.
Reddit's funny because they don't allow us to post stuff.
But if other people post stuff,
it's okay.
It's okay, yeah.
Which is so funny because I know for a fact a lot of the big boys, they have said many times that they post under different stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's such an interesting Reddit is huge. Whenever we have
Reddit's like the third, like it's Google, then Reddit. Like it's that big.
Reddit, whenever people post stuff or talk about us on Reddit, we have a bump.
Oh yeah, a huge bump. It's called the Reddit bump.
We call it the
Reddit bump.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to support us and you can't financially, I get it. That's totally fine. But
let's hit the exit button. But while we're going,
shut up, Mark.
Give me real quick where you're gonna play this week, McSpicy. While the button's going, okay. 26 seconds.
Okay. I I'm going to play Sekiro because I like that game.
Oh, Jordan.
Sekiro and Firestorm and Final Fantasy
Hey,
VII.
I jumped into Paladins this week.
Oh, dirty.
Paladins is a good time. How come I can't see the timer?
Well, let's calm down.
Oh,
Calm
I'm like looking like up, like there'd be a sign
Where's
up
it
there.
at?
Anyways, hey, Paladin's a good time. It is like Overwatch. I'm really liking it.
Yeah.
I'm this little squirrel dude that shoots healing balls. It's really
Oh.
fun. Reckham interest. Hey, happy birthday, Reckham. Happy birthday, Reckham. See you guys later.